Okay, give it a minute. I'm sorting napkins, so y'all didn't have to watch me do that today. But I didn't finish, so I got internationals done. So I'm going to do the U.S. here. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Trying not to duplicate too many. Did I get this one? Yeah, I already got. Is that the same one? Yeah. Don't want Christmas. I'm trying to separate out the Christmas. There's another bag. 18, 14, 15, Christmas. 16, 17, Thanksgiving. 18, Christmas. 19, 20, 2, all these. Hey, Linda. Hey, Robin. Hang on. I'm sorting out napkins for the giveaway in a little while. Let's see. 2, 23. I think I put one of those. 24. This is Thanksgiving. Trying to sort out the holiday. 5. Don't want Minions. Holiday. I think I put one of these. I'm trying to get about 30. All right. Look at all those. These are holiday. And good morning, everybody. Hope you had a good weekend. Hang on, I'm just about done. These are holiday. I got more holiday than I thought. Let's see, what are those? Here's another that's kind of random. Holiday. Oh, we're going to be waiting to holiday pretty soon. I think that's good. We're going to be waiting to holiday pretty soon for most of these in a couple of weeks. I probably have enough for a couple more weeks before we get into almost all holidays napkins. So let's put these away. All right, we're down to 4 bags instead of 5. Okay, let's see. So I'll show them after a while when we get ready to do the giveaway. Okay, got that on the table behind me. Let's say good morning to everybody. Becky Calora, Terry Brett. Hi, Janet. Tina's not going to be here today, Janet. I hope Pacola and Julie are. So I have a couple of things to show. I thought we would just go ahead and work. Y'all tell me again now. I got it on light, auto white balance off. Now tell me what you think. This is 1. Are y'all ready? 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. 2 is more yellow. 1 is more blue. Blue, yellow. Which do y'all like better, blue or yellow? Blue. Yellow. Which one do y'all like better? I like the blue, but that's just me. Get a sip of water here. Y'all still here? Here's blue. Blue, yellow. Blue, yellow. And tell me why. Why do you like the yellow better? Or y'all are about half and half. It's about half and half. Blue is very light. Yeah. Was that bad, Pacola? And good morning. Good morning, my little snapdragon. Okay, so here's yellow. Here's blue. Which one, Mary? Which one looks brighter and easier to see? The blue is usually the brighter. Okay, all right. So if I have it on blue or yellow, and I can adjust that. I can adjust the, oh no, I can't. I can adjust it when it's on blue here. So I can change it on the blue. I can change it on the blue, but when it's on auto white balance, this is auto white. Okay, I can't change anything. It's set. That's the auto white balance. So blue. I'll wait till we start coloring and when we're zoomed in a little. Okay, y'all tell me. I mean, I don't really care. I'm trying to see it. My camera settings are covering it up. So hi, Angie. Hi, Cat and Pace. So this is yellow. And I can turn it a little. No, I can't change it. I can't change that. I can brighten it a little. I can change the brightness. What do y'all think? What about that? Okay, so that's yellow and blue. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy Marvelous Monday to you too. Yellow seems richer. But which one looks clearer? That's what's important when you're streaming. Which one looks clearer? Okay, I'm going to do it one more time. This is blue. This is yellow. That's not what it's called in the settings. That's just what it looks like. See, now look at the table here. This is on yellow, and look, this looks all washed out. This is very teal. This is very teal in person. Look. That's the true color. That's the true color on blue. This is the true color. I'll leave it here for now. But I can turn the brightness down just a little. I can turn the brightness down. See, I can adjust the brightness. I can adjust the color. I can turn the color up just a little. Turn the color up and the brightness. What do y'all think? Is it too bright now? I think it's too bright. Let me turn the brightness down just a little. How about that? Okay, we're going to leave it here for now. I just like to see what y'all think from your end. This is more true. Blue is true. Get a sip of water. Okay. Yeah, see, I'd rather have it clear. I want it clear. Go with true highs. Thank you, Brenda. Let's see. Hi, Mary, Beth. Who else am I missing? Dawn. 3G Brenda, C&P. So I thought I will zoom in when we start to color. I have a couple books to show. So I thought we'd go back and do some marker coloring in Set of Art by Mariola Budek. And then I have my skin tones out here with my Copics. Then I just have the Ohuhu, the thinner, the newer ones that are brush marker. And they're this set has 48 colors, and these are the colors that come in it. And they're the thinner ones. They're a thinner marker, which probably means less ink. The brush is, I think the brush tip's the same. But so yeah. So I thought we'd use some of those. Of course, all my other markers are right up here too, if I need whatever color I need. But that puts a shadow. Let's move that. Let's turn my mic a little this way. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today, but I do have a couple books. Hi, B. Who else am I missing? Barbara, Mary. I said hi to Mary. Yeah, so I thought we would mark our color today. Although I do have, I did pull out my our other inspiration things here. Of course, we always try to read out of this either Monday or Wednesday, whichever. Our 365 days of art. If y'all don't know, Beth is doing 365 days of creativity. It's by the same person, and that book is yellow. I think it's yellow, right? I have another one too. I think I have creativity, but I think there's a third one, isn't there, Beth? Anyway, 365 days of art, and I'm just kind of randomly picking. I'm not going in any kind of order. I'm just whatever, jumps out at me. Like, oh, look at those little cats. We might have to do little cats. Might have to do little cats just because they're cute. So I'll put a little marker on that. We have been working on different projects in here. This is some of my notes. This does not need to be in here. This is my yotes. This is my yotes. Is that a YouTube notes? YouTube notes are called yotes. We'll just make that up. So these are my yotes from a YouTube video. I got to write that down. These are my yotes. Let's see. That would be yotes like that. From a video I watched on, it's called The Mind of a Master on Miyazaki. And it was like an hour long. So I got a lot of notes out of that. But this doesn't need to go in this. This is a totally different thing. So this needs to go in one of my other notebooks. So if y'all remember, we did yes. This is more stuff of the well, actually, all right, first off, I am putting, let's go back over to here. I am putting the projects that we do out of this book in this little notebook. So just whatever we've done so far in here. And usually I'm doing 2 pages of each thing. This is what we've done out of the book. Yes, I know it's spelled wrong. Yes, I know. So these are some of the projects that we've done out of here. This isn't nothing to do with that. Sorry, guys, I get my voice going. And then we did a little bit of a project. Now it does look bright with the white paper. I need to turn the brightness down on the white paper. There we go. Because the white paper just like flashes everything out. Hi, Maseki. Anybody else popping in? Hi, Flo. Hi, Flo. So anyway, we used one of the sets of watercolor, and because of the color names. So what we started out as, I redid them. So, this is what happens when we do it on camera versus when I do it by myself. All right, so here was our this was our on camera mind mapping of the colors, and we all did this together. I wrote down with streamers ideas. We all worked on this together. So we took the color. In this case was Sand Ridge. Okay, I should wait on this probably, but anyway. Hi, Lena. Anybody else popping in? So, and then we mind mapped out the color, everything that we could think of. Well, we did 6 main words, and then off of those 6 main words, we did 5 or 6 or something of other subwords, if you will. So and then I made charts off of that. So off of this one, I made some charts and some little sketches. And what I came up with after I broke everything down, I just picked one. I just picked one of the little charts randomly to work on, right? You can, after you do this and then you make charts, then you've got 20 charts to work with to go from there. So what I came up with out of that is I ended up with, I don't even remember. Let's see. Cactus, tires, flag, flip-flops, tracks, bathing suit. That was one of the sets. So I ended up doing cactus and tires. And I thought of, you know, how in the desert, like, I don't know. I don't know what they do in Arizona and New Mexico and desert places anymore, but I can remember back when seeing tires, like rubber tires, right? You know, just the outer tires in yards and stuff, because you know people didn't have grass, and in San Antonio they did it too. They had the tires because it was also dry and people didn't have grass, so they would use those like for planters, right? You could plant things in those tires. Well, I thought that would be cute, and somebody's probably already come up with it, but I hadn't seen it, so I thought it was cute to make little, to use like the little wheels off of a wagon or a little mini little tractor, you know, little tires like off a wheelbarrow, you know, the little tires without the metal middles, just the rubber part, and make those little cactus gardens. So put little cactus and little succulents and put them in one of those little tires. That would be the vase, in other words. So you'd have your little succulents and your little cactus and a little mini tire. Doesn't that sound cute? So that's what I came up with from the first peruse of these ideas right here, was a little cactus tire garden. So anyway, I don't know if anybody's listening to me. Hi, Leona. Who else? Barb. I guess everybody just, we better say good morning to everybody. Kathleen, Tommy Joe. Let's see. Say good morning to everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Did anybody do anything fun? So we did a whole bunch of these. We did one for every one of these colors. We started it anyway. Is anybody interested in this? Do I need to move on? I've not seen one comment. Thank you, Julie. I was just have not seen one comment on this, so it must be like, let's move on from this. If nobody wants to hear about the mind mapping color thing. Thank you, Terry. Okay. So we took all the 10 colors and we made a little bit of a mind map. We started, some of them we got further along than others because we ran out of time like we usually do. And so we have one sheet for every color. Okay, we did one sheet for every color. And we have to do it quick. You know, I'm doing everything big and quick with a Sharpie, right? Because, you know, everybody has to be able to see it. So I'll write big with a Sharpie. That's not how I normally write, is with a big Sharpie or this messy. I have to have it a little bit neater so I can read it. But when we're on the stream and everybody's talking, we're all calling out ideas, we do it quick and big. So I redid mine. I redid all mine, and they haven't gone very far yet. But so this is how I would do my own. Okay, so I just started them, and you can see how I write very small. But I put the color in the middle, and I just started. Oh, these need some lines. And I did change some of the words and made it kind of mine. But anyway, so this is my redo. And you see, I haven't finished. But this is my redo of the messy on stream color mind maps. I restarted these. So this is one bundle here. Okay. And then this is what we did on stream. I like both, but it depends on what you're using. Thank you, Terry. So, okay, that we don't need that. I can throw that away. So anyway, this little notebook, I'm just going to use it for this book. Okay, when we try to do one thing a week out of here. Last week we didn't do it because Denise was here, so we didn't get to it. Oh, we don't talk about being behind, Terry. But here's the thing: you're going to have hundreds more ideas than you will ever use. But write it down. If you write down the idea, you don't have to do the project right then and there. As long as you have it recorded in some fashion, whether it's a notebook, a comp book, a traveler's book, the little smaller notebooks, whatever it is that you gravitate toward on collecting your ideas, but you have to collect them. Hi, Rebecca. That's why we call it the Society of Idea Collectors. Let's see. Okay, so again, you don't have to do this every week. You don't have to do, just it's just something for inspiration so that when you don't have any ideas, you can pull out one of your notebooks and thumb through it. And I guarantee you thumb through this, you say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to draw. I need an idea for X, Y, and Z. And I don't have an idea. Let's see. What can I do? Oh, wait, that color inspires me. Oh, wait, I like the rain. Let's do, what about pink rain instead of purple rain? And these are just the few that we've done so far. Here's some little birds, and I like the little cats that I saw here. So we might do cats today. We might do cats. Here's some little birds that we did. Oh, hi, Tina. I didn't think you were going to make it today. Good morning. Tina's saying good morning to everybody. She probably won't be here long if she has an appointment. But thanks for stopping in, Tina. And then on this one, there were little bottles with reflections, and I started turning them into little robots. So we did this, and I'm just writing the day up here. Like this is from day 71. I'm just writing the day so I can find it again if I wanted to. Like here, this is what we started with, day 71, with these little bottles and little reflections. So did a few of those. And then just started turning them into like some little robot people. Let's see. Thanks, Tina. Hi, Judy. Who else? So anyway, if you have a whole book, Devin Rex did something with this project. I think she did it in Procreate. So, it's just a start. It's just an idea. It's a spark, and that's what I like about a book like this. So I'm going to keep these over here because I've redone. This is the same thing as these, except just my own, without just starting them over, so to speak. So, yeah. So what I did with this, I made some different charts. I made 2 different charts, and then I got the idea to do the little cactus gardens. So we'll work on this after a while. I'm sure we probably will have time to do that out of this book. Maybe the cats, I might flip through and see if I want to do the cats because it's so similar to the birds, but we'll see. All right, so let me put that aside for right now. And our little creativity, our little Rachel creativity book that I try to read out of. So y'all know I started 2 more notebooks. I started 2 more notebooks of ideas. Most of my ideas on these new pages are like tucked back in so you can't see them. Oh, but that reminded me, I just saw one. Oh, this is another one. Okay, I got another idea for you guys. Y'all want another idea before we start? Do y'all want another idea before we start that I want to do for y'all? Cats are nothing like birds. That's true, C&P. That's true. Thank you, Tina. Hi, Mama 4. I did go ahead. If y'all weren't here a few minutes ago when I logged on, I do have so y'all don't have to watch me. I got the napkins all separated, 2 international, 1 US. Now I have not taken the backs off of these yet, but I do have them sorted so y'all don't have to watch me separate out napkins for the giveaway because I'm trying to give napkins away every Monday. So I got them ready. So that's ready for the giveaway. So we have a little bit more time. And I got some new books and a couple of things I've worked on to show you. I did finish my portrait of the little girl. I'm working on a dog portrait. I have a new dog portrait. And then I got a bunch of, I can show you the blank one. I do certificates every now and then. Well, it has a name on it. Maybe, let me just kind of cover it up. Because I don't know about the name of the karate place. But I do, Let me just cover up the name. But it's a karate dojo locally. And all right, baby. Oh my gosh, now I got the cats to contend with. But I do certificates when people graduate out of, and they're big. Can you see how big these are? It's like 11 by 17. So I fill these out in calligraphy. And so I have a few of these to do by Saturday when when they graduate to the next belt. So I got those to do. And he supplies me with the names. And, oh, baby, I'm so sorry. You're going to have to get down. I have to get down. I can't do anything with you here. Yes, the cloud appears. My clouds. So, okay. So y'all want the next idea. So I have a new idea written down in my new book. So I haven't got too far. I only got to there in my new book of ideas. But this is what I thought y'all might like to do. No, Flo, right? I know. She's a sweetie. I did post her on Instagram this weekend. She was my Catterday. Let's see. Hang on. I try to squeeze so much in. Maybe I try to squeeze too much stuff in. But I want y'all to know everything I think about so that y'all can get lots of ideas. It's all about the ideas. All right, so let me see. Where's my Catterday? So yeah. So this was my Catterday. there's my Catterday, Malibu's. She's sitting on my new little sketchbook, my little square sketchbook. She's sitting on it there. So that was my Catterday picture. And then if y'all missed it, I also did my Barbie of the week. I'm trying to do one a week, guys. We'll see how that goes. But I did do the harvest, Barbie and the harvest. So I'm trying to do a Barbie a week, one a week. Just like, because now my garden, there's nothing to really photograph in the garden. I'm just pulling vegetables out, right? So there's nothing to really photograph. After about 12 weeks, I think we did 12 weeks of garden picture, actual garden photographs every Sunday. So since I'm done with planting and all that, I do have my, oh, thanks, Rebecca. I do have my herbs, my little herb gardens. I could probably do some things with Barbie and the herbs. I have the little herb planters. I could do something with the herbs, but I'm trying to do something every Sunday with Barbie. Hi, Julianne and Judy 333. Anybody else I missed? So yeah, so this was this Sunday's Barbie picture. And yeah, well, I could go. We do have a community pool. I don't go to it, but we have one. Okay, so here, if y'all want to get your pen, I'm going to make y'all get out a pen and paper. Get out a pen and paper. I have this one in blue, so I have my Society of Idea Collectors in red, and any projects I have in blue. So that way, if I have anything for y'all to do or any projects for us to do, then I can find them really quick in my idea notebooks under red for Society of Idea Collectors or ideas, and projects I have written, squared out in blue so I can find them real easy. Use a bowl. Oh, a bowl. Yeah, just in other words, make my own little pool. Yeah, it would be like a staycation, like in the backyard. Let her have a staycation in the backyard, sitting out in the sun. I could do that. Just fun. So y'all have got so many good ideas. Look at y'all. And don't y'all ever say you don't have ideas, because I'm telling you, you have hundreds of ideas a day. You just got to get something just to spark it and then and roll with it. And by rolling with it, I mean writing it down. You have to write it down. Okay, so just like let's see, Michelle Grizzly. I'm going to write down. She suggested, and if I do use this, I will tag you. Michelle Grizzly sponge for Barbie float. Uh, Although you do know that there are, you can actually buy a Barbie float. I mean, you could buy a Barbie anything, right? I did write that down, Michelle. I'll put it, I have a Barbie photography section in here. I'll put that in the Barbie photography section. Okay, so here is what I'm going to have us do at some point. You can do it now, you can do it anytime, but I got other projects I have to catch up on first before I start something like this. But I'll throw it out there for you guys if you want to write it down. Okay? Yeah, cat face, exactly. Oh my gosh. See, y'all have so many ideas. Y'all need to write those ideas down. Keep your pens and notebooks handy anytime you're watching YouTube, TV, Netflix, whatever it is you watch. Keep your, at least keep a post-it note and pen handy so that you can write down your ideas. I have post-it notes next to my bed. I keep the in a little thing, and I write down things on post-it notes if I don't have something like this next to me. Okay. All right. Shredded wheat Isabella. I don't know. The ants around here might get to it before I can take a picture, Michelle. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. And I thought about doing one a month. Now, if y'all want to do it now, you go right ahead. I can't do it right now because I have, commissions. I have, things I've got to finish up before I start anything else like this. But you're more than welcome to do this anytime. All right. So here's what I wrote down. Everybody got your pen and paper? I'll wait. Let me take another sip of water. I'll wait while you get your pen and paper. Your head's hanging off the table, baby. Yeah. Want to move up? Yeah. Nobody can see your little face. They see your just little chunky body. Yeah. Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Okay. All right. So here we All right. So here's my idea. A new artist a month. Okay. You're going to create something, either a drawing, a sketch, a doodle, anything based on one famous artist and one of their works. So what I would suggest is picking one artist and mind mapping out that artist. Get all your information on that artist. Pick one. I'll give you some here in a minute if you want a list of some. But you can go look up a list of artists, or if you might already have a favorite artist. So you'd do a mind map. Let's see here. I think I did do one. Okay. So because I'm trying to do as many ideas for you guys as possible. So you'd pick an artist, and right here I just did 3 different works, and then I have asked the questions: who, what, where, why, when, how, what if, why not. Ask all the questions about the artist that you can, and then you spoke off of each one of these, right? What I know and what I don't know about that artist. Okay, this is just a blank. This is kind of like a blank one. You don't have to do this. You can do whatever kind of spokes you want, but this is just a start. This is just a start of one. And then you could also make a list of info about the artist. You can make a list. So if you're a lister, you might want to do this in a list format. You can do columns and list things. Not everybody likes to mind map. I like to mind map. It seems more freeing than just listing. Of course, I'm a lister too. Y'all know I'm a lister. Where's my, here it is. I'm a lister. So you could do either one. And pick an artist and pick one of their favorite. You may already have a favorite painting, sculpture, or whatever by that artist. You might already have a favorite piece. And if that's the case, then you're going to use that piece and then break that one down. Break that one well, I'll just say painting just to make it easier. Break that one painting down into whatever's in there that you like. Is it the color? Is it the shapes? Is it the texture? Is it the layers? What is it that you like about that famous artist? And again, you could do this with people on, you might be taking a class with somebody, or, I just pick famous artists because it gets you out of your comfort zone. If you take an artist that you like, an artist you like, and one piece of their work that you like, and break it down. Hi there, preppy, crafty girl, Jonna, sister woman. Hi, Amanda. And who else am I missing? And break out that one piece of art. Like, why do you like it? Is it the color? Is it the texture? Is it the, is it the cubism of Picasso? Or what is it that you like about it? And break that out, either in list form, mind map, however you want to write your information out. And then do a piece of art. Don't copy that art. I mean, you can do it for practice, but the idea is to get the idea. Like, what is it you like about that piece of art? What draws you to it? What is it that, just captures you about that piece of art? And then based on those answers, is it the color? Well, what colors? Let's just, because I like Renaissance. I like, like Payne's gray, burnt sienna, and yellow ochre. So if I see something with those three colors, I'm immediately drawn to that piece, regardless of who made it. Those three colors will suck me right in. Well, so I would try to do something probably like from the Renaissance, something like that, with those three colors, based on whatever artist I picked. All right. So do y'all have any questions? Let me take a sip of water. I didn't make my lemon water this morning. I just got a bottle of water. Okay. Do y'all have any questions on what I just said? You can either list it or mind map it, but pick one artist and one of their arts to study, if you will. I don't like to use that word because people go, I don't want to study anything. You know what I mean? So, and pull out what it is you like. Pull out what it is you like about that artist, and create something off of it. Okay. All right. So like Cat and Pace likes to scream, and you can relate, but write out why. Don't just write out mooch, I think is how you say it, and the scream. Don't just put that. Ask the questions: who, what, where, why, when, how, what if, why not. Ask the questions. Write out what you like about it. What is it I like? There's the who, what, where, what is it I like about it? Why do I like it? Is it the color? Is it the texture? Is it the layers? Is it the subject matter? Like, for instance, the screen. Cat and Pace said, I can relate. Well, whatever it is for you that draws you to that painting, and I say painting, it can be a sculpture, it can be anything, then, yeah. So thank you, Terry. That's what I'm trying to do, is trying to get you to think outside, what you normally see or what we normally do. I mean, I love, we got tons of classes and YouTube videos on every topic, but if you make your own ideas, write down your own ideas, what you get out of something, whether it's a YouTube video or I watch, History Channel, and I like all the mystery shows. I've got notes and lists and things on all that. You can do it on a book. You can do it on your favorite book series. Do it on, the Lord of the Rings, or, Beatrix Potter, or, you can do it on any book. Do the same thing, right? Oh, thank you, Pacola. You're so good, Pacola. Just my little snapdragon. So anyway, I hadn't really planned on, talking about it today, and I did make a list. I mean, there's just tons. There's tons. I'm going to make y'all I'm going to let you make your own list of artists. Start by making a list. Write down 50 artists. Go through, find 50 artists. Well, if that's overwhelming to you, pick 20. Okay. Pick 20 artists that you like or that you can go through and just look at. If you can't think of any, famous artists, just go look up famous artists. I'm sure you might even have a book on it or something, but go look it up, find you, and just make a list of just the artist. And then break it down, narrow it down to one artist. And then, like I did here, I did three. I made my I made my mind map a blank. This is a blank one with three works. Pick out three works, and you're going to narrow that down too, because you're going to break this out as to why you like that work. Write the name of the painting or whatever it is, and then break that out to why you like that one, why you like that one, why you like that one. Then ask all the questions about it that you could possibly think of about why you like those. Is it the color? Is it the texture? Is it the era? Is it the culture? Is it, like you find you like an Australian Aboriginal artist and you like it because why? The colors, the era, the history. What is it you like about that? And then write what you know and what you don't know about that artist. You know, and you'll there's probably going to be much more that you don't know because unless you've actually researched or done a paper or something on that artist, there's going to be a lot more that you don't know. But anyway, so thank you, Julia. It's a way to, do our art and learn about art and, think about what it is we like about different artists. Right. And, especially, I mean, we have our High Museum of Art here in Atlanta, and we try to get there as often as can. Of course, during the virus, we didn't get there as often. But, I've seen so many awesome paintings. And when you see them in person, they're just so it's just so amazing to see things in person. And some are so much bigger, some are so much smaller than what you see in photographs or in books or online. uh, no, it does not have to be an old artist, but I would prefer it to be a famous artist. And the reason being is that way everybody can research or go look at it for themselves. So, in other words, if you picked, you know, I'm just, I'm going to use Janet as let's just say, oh, I love Janet's watercolor. I'm going to pick Janet. Well, not everybody knows Janet. You know what I mean? I want you to pick somebody that is everybody knows. And that's why I said don't just pick an online class. You can do whatever you want. You can do that if you want. But for this assignment, I would prefer that you picked somebody that everybody can look up. Everybody will know. We all know Picasso, Leonardo da Vinci. I'll read a couple of mine. I don't really want to tell y'all. I want y'all to go find your own, but I've got a list of probably about 50 here. Maybe more. I'll read a couple off. Maybe some that you might not have thought of. Let me get back to my list here. Where's my list? Okay. There's famous current artists, but just somebody, like Frida. If everybody here probably knows Frida. So if you like Frida's art, well, why do you like it? Have you ever thought about why you like it? Or do you just draw Frida faces with a unibrow? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, let's think. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's got to go in the Wingnut book. C&P. Who doesn't know Jan? Who doesn't know? I got to write it so I can read my own writing. No, Janet. Who's Picasso? That's good. I'll get out the Wingnut book in a minute, C&P. That's going to go in the Wingnut book. Oh my gosh, that's good. Okay, so all right, so there's Georgia O'Keeffe, of course, Salvador Dali, Van Gogh. I'm skipping. Like every third or fourth one. We said Picasso, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Frida, Jackson Pollock, Matisse, Cezanne, Vermeer. I love Vermeer. Edward Hopper, Munch, Edvard Munch, and I never say it right, but y'all know the scream. Seurat, who does pointillism, David Hockney, Basquiat, and I always say his name right too, Jean-Michel Basquiat. Then one of the current modern here. Let me go get one of the books to show you. Hang on. Here's someone famous that is like current, and Miyazaki, and I always say his name right, the one that does Studio Ghibli, and so this is someone current and famous. If you want someone famous, and if you like, manga type, anime type stuff, you could do that. But you still have to ask all the questions. You still have to do all that. Mark Chagall, and then there's like Norman Rockwell. Everybody probably have heard of him. I've got a whole list. I've got a whole long list here. I love Bill Traylor. I don't know if y'all know who he is. Ever since I've seen our High Museum, I don't know if they still do or not, but folk artists, outsider art, they have a whole, like, I don't want to say wing, but they have a whole section. Let's see. I had a book by him about him, but Annie, my daughter Annie, out in LA, she liked it so much I gave her the book. But oh baby, so he is an outsider artist, and he did very simplistic things like this. He did a lot of black and white on brown tone paper. Let me find some more of his stuff here. So you can see, I love his work though, the simplicity of it, and it's just, you have to just look him up. But I like him. I wrote him down. Howard Finster, which is a native Georgian outsider artist. Let me show y'all him. Who passed away. Well, he's passed away for a while. He's also in our High Museum in Georgia. Let me find him here. Let's see, that's what he looked like there. But he has a whole like garden. He has a whole like I don't know what you call it. An air, his house, his whole yard, the whole, I don't know what you call it, a section. He has a whole installation around his house. And let me see. It's called Paradise Garden. Let me see. Let me find it. Howard Finster. Paradise Garden. I'll show you pictures of it. Yeah, Malibu the artist. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a little video of it. Yeah, it's not going to let me. Hang on. Gee. It's not going to let me show that. All right, here we go. And I think it's in different stages here. I can't tell you what stage it's in. But he has like a whole art, not a community, but it's a garden. But it's got houses and buildings and his art and everything that he's built around it. Anyway, just look it up. Howard Finster, Paradise Garden. So there's another example. So anyway, just look up famous artists, modern and past, and make your list, right? Make your list, and then go and either start listing. Here's, like I said, here's a blank mind map, and you would spoke off of each one of these. Okay. Then anybody got any questions? I know, right, Janet? She's gonna have to move though when I start coloring. Yeah, Andrew Wyeth. I know that's another one I really like. And Maxfield Parrish. See, I forgot about Maxfield Parrish. I'm going to write that one down too, Flo. Illustrators, famous illustrators, not just painters, but illustrators. Well, artists, you know. Let me write that down too. I have books on both of them. So y'all are thinking up some good ones. Let me get it down on my page. So, all right. So that's the idea, is to take one artist, pick 3 of their works and break it down, find your favorite, why you like that one, question it, ask why it is you like it, the colors or what it is you like, ask who, what, where, why, ask all the questions on it and answer those questions, and then, make something based off of your answers. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's enough. We kind of went through that. All right. So I do have a couple books that I got at Books A Million on clearance. Oh, let me do this cat and paste in the Wingnut book. Where's the Wingnut book? Where are you, Wingnut? Ah, there it is. So for those of y'all that don't know what the Wingnut book is, get in here. So the Wingnut is a little book. When somebody says something like what Cat and Paste just did, that's funny. It goes in the Wingnut book because we're all a bunch of Wingnuts. I just open it up, stick it in, and there we go. So it's just one of those little Tim Holtz Wingnut books. And this is years worth of Post-it notes. Okay. All right. You stay there for just a minute, Malibu. I'll be right back. Hang on, guys. Step over all the cat toys. And she's got 3 cat toys that she's left me right here at my feet. Oh, there you go, Becky. You got to start. Okay. Michelle, so Malibu, what's new? So yeah, we're going to work in Mariola's set of art gold. I do, like I said, I already separated out napkins. I haven't peeled them, but I've separated them out for the giveaway. And then I also worked on these over the weekend. I worked on 2 more little scrolls. And these are kind of nature ones. I'll show you what they are. Some little nature scrolls. And these are already going out. But, see how that flashed out? Let me take them off the black paper. So I did 2 of these little scrolls. And what I put on them is a little quote by Albert Einstein. Look deep into nature and you will understand everything better. So I did a little Albert Einstein quote. Now, I don't know if I rolled that tight enough. I got to roll it kind of tight to fit back in the little space I leave. I'll leave the little space for the scroll. Has to. So I made a couple of those. Made a couple of those over the weekend. What else? And again, mostly I worked on 2 different, I finished up the little girl and then I'm working on another dog portrait. A napkin book, Beth? I've got more than one. This is not the oldest one. I have one that's big 12 by 12 sheets that are, they were in a book. Okay, we gotta get it. They were in a book, but I took the book apart. So they're just big 12 by 12 napkin pieces of art. But this is the most, my known napkin journal. Let's turn down the brightness. And let's zoom in. And I've shown it many times, Beth. You probably just hadn't been around. So is this what you're talking about? My napkin journal, my napkin book, this one? All the backgrounds are made with decorative napkins, and then some have color book pages cut out. This is what they start out as. And then I use, I always forget her name. Oh, I think I put it in the back, didn't I? Because I kept forgetting her name. Did I put it in here? I thought I put it in here because I kept forgetting her name. Juliet Crane. Juliet Crane's little creatures. I have an animal Juliet Crane and a people Juliet Crane. So, yeah. All right, here's a good time to look. Look, here's a good look. Here's a good time to do the white balance. See, now that is just not the true color at all. It looks more colorful, but it's not the true color of the book. This is way too yellow. See, this is the true color. That's the true color of the book. It's very white. It has a light cream to it. But anyway, so there's just different napkins, and you can see I have lots of napkins glued down that I haven't done things with. I'm getting rid of all my napkins. Well, I'm keeping a little stack, but I'm getting rid of most of them because, I just, not only do I have this book, but I have the new napkin journal that has the napkins and the rice paper. So again, Julia Crane, these are all napkins. And then after I do the napkins, which start out like, like this, okay, then I'll put the, sometimes I'll put some paint, and then I put the, cutouts or whatever. But don't use your color book pages or whatever. Don't cut them out, glue them down, and then try to color, especially if you're going to use color pencil, because you're going to be picking up the texture of the napkin. Let me show you. Let me get a sample. Let me get a piece of scratch paper under here. No, I got one under here somewhere under my desk. No, wait, I got one here. So if you, well, now I got to find a pencil. If you try to glue your pages down and then color, this is what's going to happen. Let me get a color dark enough for you to see. So let's say you're coloring a face. See what happens when you color over a napkin? You're picking up the texture. Hi, Tracy. You're picking up the texture of the napkin. So you want to color your images. If you use a color, or your own images, whatever it is, you want to do it and then glue them down. Because otherwise, if you try to do pencil over the napkins, that's what you'll get. Okay. All right. So let's just keep going. Napkin. This is a poppy napkin and a bee napkin. So you can see the peacock feathers are napkins. This is a separate napkin, Juliet Crane. And then after I glue it down, then I paint it in. I paint in the leaves. I paint in the background. And there's videos on this, guys. If you want to see, there's probably a video on every single one of these pages. These are Jane Davenport napkins. What else is in here? More Juliet Crane. Chicken napkins. Jane Davenport. No, these aren't Jane Davenport. These are color. I don't know. I think there's 2 or 3 different things on that one. This is out of a color book, a little elf. These are napkins, and I put stickles on them to make them sparkle. So, yeah. So this was my old one, and I still been working it, as you can see. But then I started this one. Get it off my shelf up here. This one has napkins and rice paper, decorative rice papers, you know, the Stamperia rice papers and stuff. This one does. So again, it's got all different kinds of, and I got to kind of, it sounds like they're stuck, but they're really not. Napkins, anytime you have a napkin journal, as long as you use golden or, you know, matte medium, make sure everything's dry, your paint's dry. I don't use Mod Podge or anything like that. I just use golden matte medium or a glue stick or whatever. But anytime you have napkins in a book, it's going to sound like they're sticking because of the texture, because like Velcro, right? It's like Velcro, but they're not stuck together. They're not glued together, even though it just kind of sounds like it sometimes, but they're really not. So, okay. So anyway, some of these are just different little rice paper, napkins, mixed media, just a little everything. See, kind of started here. And I just, you know, I never feel like I have to say, oh, that one's done. All of a sudden, you know, I'll post them on Instagram. But, you know, I can always add more to anything. Here's one that's just started, one of those rice papers, Stamperia rice papers. And then I started painting it in. That's as far as I got on that one. Depending on how much time we have on stream, you know, how much I want to work on it. If I just want to throw something in, it just doesn't bother me not to finish a page, you know, and just go back and work on it later. But I know not everybody can do that. I think there's something on every page in this book. And again, you want to, even though this has 6 signatures to it, you see how it's starting to warp because I work front too much in the front, not enough in the back. What is it? Party in the back. Anyway, because of the you know, when you use a lot of wet medium, you're going to warp your spines. So you have to work front to back, some in the middle. Otherwise, it'll start to warp. And you really can't ever get that back. So, but I'll just flip through this real quick and check out the stream. Hello, anybody that's coming in. Paula loves art. Who else is coming in? I know I'm missing people coming in. Oh, there's a couple of pages here I haven't done in that section. Or put something down. So, you know, you can, and I'm not going to go through all my collage books, my altered books, my abandoned books. You know, there's just so much things that you can work on. You know, I've got big journals that I've started collages in and from scratch. Here's some of the Stamperia, the little Asian papers. And I made this double page spread, added gold, stenciling and gold edges. I really like the way that page looks. And here's another one this way. And what else do we have here? This one. This was a napkin. This was like a little, I think, an India napkin. And so did this with napkins. What else do I have back here? I did the back cover, the inside. This is, you know, leather. So I did do the inside. Leonardo da Vinci. Here's another one with gold on it. Gold pen. If y'all are seeing something you like, what should you be doing? I'm writing it down. So they're just all different. So this is, I still have those to finish in there or put something on. So yeah. So I haven't worked in this one in a while. But you know, you working whatever you got. A composition book. I can't tell you how many composition books we've started and worked in and different projects and composition books. Okay, so this needs to go in that book after a while. My little list of things. What's this? Oh, I did make myself a note, and I'm asking this because this morning when I was getting ready to come on, I saw that Aunt Beck. Sorry, Beth Schuler. She's. I'm looking at her name right in chat, and it's not who I mean. Aunt Beck had put out a video this morning on it was alive, and it was only like 12, 15 minutes. And it was, I'm not sure exactly what time she did it, because by the time I saw it, she'd already finished it. But it was about a 15-minute video, and I did not get a notification. I'm most of the time I get notifications of everybody that I follow, right? So I'm going to check it today. I think Janet has tried to do this, turn on the subs only, the subscribers only can chat. And I know for a fact that Aunt Beck is one of the people that has that turned on. And I did not get a notification. I am wondering, and it may or may not be the case, if you have that turned on, is that limiting your notifications going out? I don't know if it is or not. I'm going to see what happens when Janet goes live at 1, if I actually get a notification. So maybe we can test that and see, Janet, if you if you put on, no, because I don't have that set on mine. And it seems like, I don't even want to say the BOT word, because but it seems like they haven't been as bad lately. I still see them occasionally, but not near what we did. And for me, what I did is I turned on word blocks. So if you use the F word either in the chat or in your title, in your name, you're not going to be able to chat. So things like that. So I've turned off certain words to help prevent the BOTs from coming in. Yeah, right, Tracy. I don't know. I'm just saying it shouldn't have any different. It shouldn't. Yeah, well, that's true. Janice always has some issues with her notifications. But I just noticed it for the first time this morning with Aunt Beck. So it just made me question it, right? It just made me question. I'm not saying it's the case. I don't know. No proof of that. I'm just wondering. So I wrote that down. Okay, so let's see, what else do I have written down over here? All right, so let me show you. I showed you my scrolls I'm working on. Let me show you the books I got. I got these books at Books A Million on clearance. Although I don't know if this when did I get this one? I don't know if I have this one setting with it. So I'm not sure if I don't think I got this one this last weekend. It's just with these. So I think I was looking through it and it got in the pile, but I'll show it anyway. I did get it at Books A Million, but I didn't get it with let me see if it has I try to keep the little stickers. I don't like the stickers on the book, but if I got it on clearance, I try to peel them off and put it in the back of the book, just so I have a record of how much I actually paid for it. But there's nothing in this one, so I don't know what I paid for this one. But I did get it at Books A Million. But if you ever think, well, I don't have any ideas, I don't, and of course anybody can look up any of this stuff online. But there's something about having it either in a book, in person, or let's see, notifications that have it turned on. Okay, B's coloring. So maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I always get Aunt Beck's notifications, and I did not get that one from this morning. So I don't know. That's all I mean. Okay, so yeah, Janet turned off. Julia, hi Arlene. Okay, so then I guess that's not an issue. That was the only thing I could think of, because I usually get everybody's notifications. Because I just do. I get everybody's notifications that I follow, but I did not get hers this morning. So anyway, all right. Thank you, Arlene. So if you have a book like this, it just will generate so many ideas for you, whether it's a kid's dictionary, a kid's encyclopedia. If you want ideas, you don't know what to do, you can't think of anything, pick 2 pages randomly. Let's just say you pick horses, and then we're going to go back here and we're going to pick word languages. Okay, so what if you had a horse with different languages? Either what are horses to different countries? Like how do we have what do we do, and how do we, what do we train our horses for in the States? versus say China or Italy or, things like that, guys. And you don't even have to necessarily do something with that project right then. But if you write those things down, like what if the horses all talked in a different language? I'm sure they understand the language of the, all right, here's an example. Let's just say, if you go to China and you have your horses in China or another country, and they're talking to their horses and they're training their horses in that language, right? So they're training their horses to say stop, go, right, whatever. They're talking to their horses. Although most of the horse training, I assume, is with the bridles and your feet and, that kind of thing. But if you're training or a dog or, you're training dog training or any animal, and you're talking to them in your language, if they come to another country, so if that animal comes to the United States and you start talking to it, do they understand? I mean, not that they literally understand every word you say. I don't mean that. But if they're trained in certain words, you train your dog, stop, go, stay, wait, come here, whatever it is you're training your dog to do. If that dog goes to another country, is it going to understand? Do you know what I mean? Those are the kind of things I think about. So anyway, yeah, I did do that, B. I did turn off the notifications and turn them back on at Aunt Beck's just to make sure. Yeah, I did do that. So, those are kind of thing I think about. So if you just recombine some things like, all right, here's butterflies, and let's flip over to the Renaissance. All right, just think about any kind of connections with the Renaissance and butterflies and moths. What was, who was studying, botany and entomology? Who was studying it then? Did everybody have an interest in different bugs? I'm sure, I know that medicines and things came from plants and stuff. So, what is the correlation? What's the connections? What aren't connections? It's just fascinating things when you have a book like this where you can flip to different topics. It's just much more creative to me than just having a list and just going online and looking up, forest, or just looking up butterflies, or just looking up bees. You can do so many more thoughtful things with a book. Okay. All righty. Okay. So Julie said that the Amish, where'd it go? The Amish train their horses in Pennsylvania Dutch. For real? See, I did not know that. So would a horse understand? Again, I know in the case of a horse, a lot of their training is done by, their bridles and, when you're riding them, your feet and your motion, your movements. Maybe, like I said, maybe training dog training that you do with words and stuff may be a better example. But I'm just saying, you write those things down. Okay, so we're going to get to our coloring in a minute. Let me show you what else I got. So I got this book on fossils. It had been bargain priced at $7.97, but it was marked down to $5. Again, I try to take these stickers off, and I don't know if I'm going to get this one off smoothly. I try to take them off and put them in the back of the book. On the inside. Sometimes they want to come off easy, sometimes they don't. So I just go on the back and stick them in the back. This one's not going to come off easy, but this is one that that's not what I paid for it anyway. I like to put what I paid for it in the back. So this one was $5. Yeah, Books A Million's awesome. Just don't go up with a stack of books like this. I did this once. It was an old manager. It was about 15 years ago. I went in the bookstore and I had a big stack of dollar books. And he goes, "Oh, you found you a lot of good books. What are you gonna? You got a lot of reading to do." Yeah, I'm a collage artist. I cut them up. He paled. He literally went pale. And then I said, "Well, if y'all don't sell these, what happens to them? They go in the landfill, or what happens to those books you don't sell?" And then he kind of got the color back in his face. You're going to use them for something. But a lot of these I do like this one I will keep for research. This one I'll probably use for cutting up. I can't tell you how many medieval night books I have, but I like these for cutting up or drawing or reference as well. But anyway, I got this one. So it's just fossils. It's all about fossils. So I love to learn. I love to study. I always have. We moved a lot. So, anytime we moved from school to school or, from city to city or whatever, anytime I wanted to learn something, I always just bought a book. Well, I shouldn't say I bought a book. I went to the library when I was younger because we didn't have bookstores everywhere. But and we didn't have the internet. So you'd go to the library and I just loved to learn. So I would read about anything I wanted to learn. Now I can buy the books I want. And so I do. All right. So then I got this one and translated by James Legg. And it's art. And, I can't tell you what it says, but I like the art in it. And I think this person you can get calendars of this vintage or ancient art as well. So that's why I got it. I didn't even look at the words or what it's about. I just wanted the art. And that one was $5. Then this was Atlantis and Other Lost Worlds, New Evidence of Ancient Secrets, Atlantis and Other Lost Worlds. $1. So stuff like this, I get ideas from stuff like this for collage worlds. Like I don't look at these and copy them, but I have them in my head, broken bridges or outer space and things like that. Once you see that kind of thing, you can't unsee it. You still can't buy the books, but I photocopied from the library. Yeah, as long as you're just using it for yourself, or information. Let's see. Still, and also, I don't personally. I just don't copy things for collage. If I want something for collage, I just take it right out of the book. I don't make copies of it, and people go, "Well, you then you only get a one. You're only using it once, and that's enough for me." I don't want to use the same image over and over, not even twice. Although I have used, things in my art, in my personal journals, like with Mona Lisa or, the sketches of Leonardo da Vinci or something like that in my personal journals. But I just would rather use originals. I don't make copies of any of this. So anyway, but I will read through this. I will take notes. I'll have a notebook sitting next to me while I read it. I am a fast reader, and I know I can skim read too. So anything like here's the thing on the crystal skulls, which supposedly has been debunked on the one that's out there now. Um, I think there's 6 or 7 of them, and the one that's the most famous that you see I think it's been debunked as a modern thing. But anyway, yeah. So I just thought that this would be good to get some more creative ideas from for $1. $1. Hi Kathy Carney. Thank you. Happy Monday to you too. You live in the north. There's no bookstores. Well, you always have online, Michelle. There's always Amazon. I can't tell you how many books I get it from Amazon. Ask Janet how many books I get from Amazon. Because I show them to her, I talk to her about them. The Medieval Knight. This one was $7. I'm not sure how much it was originally. It had been marked down to 10 at one time. Before that, it was 10. How much was it? Not that it matters, but I have quite a few books like this on knights and the medieval times. I don't know. It looks like maybe 14.97. I think it was originally 14.97. And a lot of the books like these, like especially at Barnes and Noble. Now I got this at Books a Million, but Barnes and Noble has their own, books that are like this that go under their brand and that are really inexpensive. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little flip again. I love the art of the times and the colors. Again, I love Payne's Gray. I love Payne's Gray, burnt sienna, and yellow ochre. If you look, you're going to see those colors on probably every one of these. See the colors? Those are the colors of the time. And it's in a lot of calligraphy as well. Oh, and Julia says Half Price Books has online and Thrift Books too. I've ordered from Thrift Books. Thrift Books is really good, especially for, out of date, out of print, you can't find it kind of books. Thrift Books is really good for that. So again, I love those colors. Because I used to do a lot of calligraphy and illuminated lettering. I know there is a lot of great art in books. So I got this one for $7, and then plus there's always cool things like this. But just the colors are inspiring to me. I mean, I see these colors and I just want to pick up some paint and start. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what prompt that is, Michelle. Okay, so let me go ahead and pick a page. I have not picked a page. I'll show you some of the ones we have done out of this. And again, this is a set of art gold by Mariola Budek, and I'm pretty sure I don't know that you can get it except to order it from her from Poland. Melody sent this to me and had Mariola sign it from Melody on here, and she also signed it herself. But it also came with all kinds of extras, bookmarks, and postcard size, and maybe I'll do a little one and give it away. Oh, this is I probably need to do that one for Melody. Oh, let's see. I think I've already done this one. This one, Mariola signed, little cards. I could do something smaller. Do I have a smaller one other than those two? I thought I did. Oh, I love her too. She's so pretty. But I guess I could do them on here. I could do one of these. But haven't I done this one? No, I guess I haven't. It looks similar. Oh, I was thinking of this one. I could do one and do a giveaway. Would y'all like me to do one for a giveaway? Much rather enjoy a good collage. I'm not sure what you're saying, Michelle. Yeah, we do a lot of collage. I try to switch it up around here. I try to switch it up between, collage, coloring, drawing, painting, portraits, pan pastels. I try to mix it up. We do a little everything. All right, so I think I'll do that. Well, so we got this big post. It's folded in half, but it's a poster size. I just put everything in here. Keep it all together. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Missy. Missy, have you got your book from Denise yet? Or maybe it'll be there today. I have a tracking number. I think it said here. Where's there they go. I have it sitting here somewhere. Is this it? Oh, I have it. No, where is it? I have it sitting here somewhere with the tracking number. I think you should get it today. I think your book you won from Denise. Oh, you did get it. Okay. Isn't it lovely? Are you going to take good care of her for Denise? That was so fun, wasn't it, guys? Wasn't that so fun? I'm glad it arrived safe. Yeah, I put it in a priority for you. I put it in a priority envelope, and so make sure it got there safe. I'm glad. So these are some of the ones that we've done so far, and I did add stickles to them. I think this was the last one we did. And we did stencils in the back. And we're going to do a napkin giveaway here in a little while. This one, and so you can see if I've done markers, because I bleed through. And that's one of the nice things about a book like this. Her books come with the little plastic latch thing, and you just take that off, and then they're all separate, and they're all on very heavy cardstock. Each month are just beautiful. I know, right? Oh, I'm so glad it got there. I'll make sure and tell Denise that you got it. Yes. Cat and Paste. You're so funny this morning. Hi, Devin. Anybody else I missed? So, yeah, so we did these with, and I did pull my skin tone. I did pull my skin tone Copics out here. If you're going to do anything with markers, if you're going to do skin tones, you can use other markers as well, but I'm just saying nothing beats Copics, especially for skin tones. And you can get the set of, I think there's like 5 in a set. I think there's a light and a dark skin tone, and they're not expensive if you get the these rather than the sketch. These are cheaper. They're exactly the same, have the same nib and everything. So, okay. So, yeah, we did her. And again, these markers. You're welcome, Missy. I'm so glad it got there safe. And, of course, she was not a leopard. I made her a leopard, a queen of the jungle, leopard girl. So, I really like her. And I put some silver in her hair and, of course, stickled up her crown and her collar there. And she did not have fangs. I turned her into a leopard. And then this girl here, I did her for May. Back in May, I did her, made her look like, scales on her skin, sort of. I used a stencil, so, and put the ocean in the background. So she was my mermaid girl. And so, yeah, I'll kind of flip through these and just show them to you. But I think I'm going to work on this and do a giveaway. Okay. Say at the beginning of each month. Yeah. Sticklerific. Sticklerific. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I'll zoom in when I start working. So, there we go. So I'm just going to kind of flip through them real quick. And when I show a book like this, I kind of keep my, not that anybody here is going to do it, but I try to kind of, keep something over it so people aren't like snagging it off the internet, You're going to have to buy it. She might sell, I don't know if she sells Digi or not. I'm not sure if she sells Digi versions of her pages, but they're nice, heavy, thick, like 110 weight at least. And I have 2 or 3 other ones of her books. I have the set of art, and this is the set of art gold. She just draws beautiful girls. Rachel is traveling, Arlene. She's traveling back to Canada. She does sell Digity color pages, Cat and Paste said. Thank you. Thank you, Cat and Paste. Rachel is traveling back home. She's driving, and I think it took her 2 days to get down to the States when she drove down, and I imagine it'll take her at least 2 or 3 to get back. So, This girl right here reminds me of Sammy, Coloring with Sammy. The one that just, she had a baby about, I guess, probably going on a year ago. Now, maybe 6 months. Anyway, she's, posts lots of pictures of her little baby. But she reminds me of Samantha, the coloring Samantha. Coloring with Sammy. Okay, so there we go. That's a flip of all the ones in here, along with the ones that I've already done. And there's a cover. And again, they all come bound with one of those plastic snap-on, it's a plastic, I don't know what you call it. Plastic. It's plastic. Okay, so let's zoom in here. You're welcome, Arlene. I know we try to keep up with her. I saw it on Facebook that she was traveling. That was like yesterday or day before. I don't keep up with Facebook that much. Let me get this straight so that the lines are straight on the. That looks pretty good. Let me put that. Should probably put something under that. Let me get a piece of cardstock or something. So if it bleeds through, it doesn't bleed through onto here. So we'll go like that. And plus I have a couple of just sheets of, to test colors. I haven't planned this. Don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what colors. And I will zoom in when I start doing any, color pencil shading or anything. You have a set of these, but you haven't colored one. Well, get busy, Missy. You have these pages and you haven't colored with them? I'm going to get cut and paste on you. I'm just going to make you. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it. And comments too. I know I don't get a lot of comments, and a lot of people that do live streams don't get the same, that we don't get a lot of comments because everybody comments in the chat, right? So, yeah, we don't get a lot of comments because people comment while they're live. But I appreciate it. I do appreciate it anytime y'all do leave a comment. It does help the channel. It does help the channel. Let's see. Okay, well, maybe I'll zoom in one more. Let's go ahead and zoom in one more. And let's make sure we're not too bright or too not bright. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now, when I put it like this, it looks like I have a nice tan. But what's important is this. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm going to start with just giving her a base color. Do I want the real light, or do I want her to start being? I usually start with just a light. When she's a light skinned girl, when she's a darker skinned girl, I'll start with like a color like this or one darker, and then give her shading with darker colors. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to cover the whole thing. I am not a professional Copic person, certified and all that. But I do find that the real trick, I'll go ahead and go right over her lips too. I found the trick to Copics or any kind of alcohol markers, which I'm going to be using these. These are Ohuhu. They're inexpensive alcohol markers, 48. These are the newer ones that have thinner barrels compared to what they used to have. Let me find one here. That's it's a Milo, but it's a kind of same thing. See the difference? See the difference in the barrels between the other ones and the thin ones? I don't know. And I don't know how many colors these come in. I just got 48 to test. But I found that the secret to alcohol markers is blending on a wet edge. So if you keep a wet edge, even if you have to go over and over and over it to get it wet again, that is what will help blend. But I'm a pencil girl, not an alcohol marker girl, but I do like them for certain things. for sometimes. I like using pan pastels and pencils. I like using alcohol markers and pencils. I like using watercolors and pencils. But I like pencils because you can get the details close up that you can't get with markers. Okay, now I know that probably doesn't even show up. Well, Missy, what you can do is I would recommend make a copy on a piece of smooth Bristol cardstock and just make a copy to practice with. Now, if it's an inkjet printer, it can maybe possibly smear depending on the ink, your printer, and all that. But it's a good way to practice. If you don't know what color combinations to use, make yourself a copy just for a test sheet. You don't even have to finish coloring the whole thing. You want to test some hair, you want to test color combinations. You can do that on just make a copy to practice. Hi, Nanamo. Let's see. Did I say hi to you, Darlene? Patricia? Anybody else coming in? Thanks everybody for being here. I'm going to work on this for a little bit and then we're going to do our napkin giveaway. All right, so now I'm going to go up another shade here. That might be 2. Do I want that one? Let's see. Is that the same? No, this is 00. Okay, that's what I want. I just want one shade up for now. So now I'm going to go in here. And the other thing about grayscale color book pages or books is they got some shading for you. So you got some direction. If you're not sure, like I don't know where to shade. I don't know how to shade. Well, throw some shade. Oh, thank you, Juanita. She spins. And by the way, I saw Juanita. Did you see my comment? Juanita, I call her Littlefoot and she did. I got to go over there. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Rabbit trail. Rabbit trail. Let me go over here on my phone. So I call Juanita Littlefoot because one of the times that it's been years, but she was spinning. She spins her own wool, and I saw her spinning, and I saw her feet, and her feet were going, spinning, right, and so she did it again this weekend. So I commented. Let me see. So I told her, I said, looks like you have such little feet. So I started calling her Littlefoot. So just goes she spins, and you can watch her spin. And I'll zoom past a little bit. Let's see. You can see her feet at some point. Look, there's her feet. If you go to the video, you can see her foot's just going like this, and she's spinning. So if you like anything to do with wool and yarn and spinning and knitting, crochet. Well, I don't know if she crocheted. Yeah, she does. I think she does both. But and she has, she gets wool from, yarn. No, she doesn't get yarn. She gets the wool and spins it herself. See, there she is right there feeding it. So it's fascinating to watch. So y'all go follow She Spins. And plus she also does gardening videos. And she used to do more mixed media and art occasionally, but I think she's kind of she has a lot of gardening videos. So yeah. So She Spins, Juanita. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, Juanita. Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you, Pacola. Okay, so let's move my little rabbit trail. All right, we're going to do some more shading. I'm just going to get another layer. You can layer and layer and layer alcohol markers. I mean, you can just layer all day long. Well, I don't know how, this is thicker cardstock. I would recommend, copy paper. You're not, it'll probably eventually break down. But her hairline. You're always going to have a shadow along your hairline. So there's a start. Oh, thank you, Leona. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Leona. I appreciate that. Leona, I don't know if you have, somehow I think I follow you on Instagram. Do you have an Instagram? Is that where I know you from? Do you have an Instagram, Leona? Let me go look you up. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, I follow you. She has some collages. Yeah, there's some of Leona. I try to promote y'all, and I'm not just doing it because you gave me a super chat. However, it draws my attention to you. I do like to support you back. You know, if you're supporting my channel, I'd be glad to show your work as well. So there's Leona _ Jean _. Thank you, Leona, for supporting the channel. Yes, we're all awesome, Darlene. Okay, so now I'm going to get the next. I want to, that was 00. I want 02. This is 02. And this the same colors. If it says like EOOO, it's the same EOO in the sketch or the chow. It's the same color, and they both have the same brush nibs. These are just cheaper, and you can refill these as well. This is what the refills look like this. All right, let's go and do some more shading. I'm going to give this one away, guys, if it turns out. If it doesn't turn out. All right, so now, like, I want that cheek to be a little blended, so I'm going to go back with the lighter shade and just blend. As long as you can keep, you got to get that edge wet again, and then it'll blend. It all blends. Did you see Terry's super chat? No, I did not see Terry's super chat. Let me scroll back. Oh, thank you, Terry. I did not see it. Thanks for bringing it to my attention. Just want to say thank you for sharing your time, your family, your talent. Terry also has a Instagram. Wait. Thank you, guys. I try not to miss them, but once in a while, I step out or look away, and I do miss them occasionally. And thank you guys for bringing it to my attention. So Terry Brett 3 is her IG, and she had colored one of Comic Book Hut, who, by the way, if y'all support a Comic Book Hut, then you would have known that you didn't get a refund, because then it was never taken out in the first place until it goes, until it finishes the campaign. But he did not have enough people to support it, so he did stop the campaign, and he's going to relaunch the campaign. So when he relaunches the campaign, of course, I'll support him again when he relaunches it, and he's going to ask for less money. I think sometimes a new Kickstarter person, when you launch a campaign to get people to back your book or your comic book, your graphic novel, whatever it is, when you get people to do that, if you ask for too much money, like say $5,000, you might think it's going to cost a lot for shipping and printing, so you ask for more, but then you don't get it. So that way you don't get the campaign fulfilled, and you have to stop the campaign. So he's going to relaunch the campaign, I think he said in September, and ask for less money. So when Comic Book Hut relaunches it, we'll be talking about it again. That being said, this was one of the pieces that Terry Brett colored as a fan art piece from the Comic Book Hut's art. So, yeah. So just FYI. Yeah, thank you, Devin, for bringing that to my attention. So anyway, she colored that. She's got all kinds of things here. I think this is when she did Janet's Monsters. She was doing a monster journal of her own. So go follow Terry Brett 3. And so fun, so creative, Terry. It's just you got some creativity bones in your body, girl. Oops, accidentally. I always accidentally click screenshot, and I don't ever mean to, because you have to click it over here to turn it off. If you click them both, you take a screenshot. I do it all the time. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Let's see, did I get everybody here talking? Still working on the monster journal. I have to tell you, Janet, are you here? I gotta tell you something, Janet, if you're here. Janet did all these little monsters that were so cute. And if you're here, Janet, I'll tell you this. All right, so I'm going to just do a little section at a time so that while it's still wet, I can go in and blend that out. So while it's wet, I'm blending. I mean, you can re-wet it, but it's just really easy while it's wet to blend. So I thought of you, Janet. She might have stepped away. So she does have to water her garden at some point. So she might have gone to water because she streams at 1, so she might have stepped away so she could get some work done before her stream. So anyway, I thought about Janet's little monsters, and then I also she calls my water dish where I rinse my brushes and clean my brushes, and it's got the two sides, one to clean and one to have clean water on. And so I imagine this is just I had an imagination for this and it's pretty clean right now. Let me bring it over here. Look, let me move this other way. So it's pretty clean. It's got a little bit of spillage on there, but my water bowl is pretty clean. So what I did is I bought another one so that when that one gets really dirty, I can put that one in the dishwasher and swap it out. So I always have a clean water dish so that Janet will not call it a petri dish. But for some reason it connected. I imagine my little water dish, and I probably will try to do this. Find some of Janet's little monsters and cut them out, print them out, cut them out, and have them climbing. I'm going to have those. Maybe it's good that she's not here. I'm going to have her little monsters climbing out of my water dish, my petri dish. Isn't that a good idea, guys? Oh my goodness. I love that idea. Have Janet's little monsters climbing out of a petri dish. Am I the only one that thought that was funny? You like that idea, Arlene? Just don't tell Janet. We'll surprise her. We'll surprise her with a picture of that, with her little monsters climbing out of my water dish. I'll send it to her. Because I also have this little word fetty over here I got to send to her that I cut out of a book. Where is it? It's over here. I got to send this to Janet. Can't pick it up. Here we go. Oops. I have to send this to Janet too. I'll have to do. I'll do both. I'll have to send that to her. Hi, Posh. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad. I got there. Your little surprise. You're welcome. So if you're just joining me, I'm just coloring in one of Mario Budek's mini. It's her little post. It's like a little card, a little thank you card of one of her bigger pieces. So I'm going to color this and do a giveaway. You're welcome, Posh. So again, by keeping the, going over and making it wet, it will blend. All right, that looks pretty good. I need a little bit more up by our hair. All right, so what color hair and stuff should we do? Y'all want to make some suggestions? If you were going to win it, what color would you like her hair to be? Any suggestions? And what's nice is something like this can go international and US. Any ideas on the hair color? Maroon. I'm more likely to go with maroon than brown, Tracy. I just thought he was fun. Hi, Debbie Bruce. Who else? Brown hair with pink roses. Pale blue with pinkish touches. Why y'all just want brown hair? Let's see what colors I've done on the other girls. So here we did auburn color. Here we did brown. Here we did kind of gray and brown with silver streaks. And here we did bright hot pink. What about like teal or something? Teal color. And teal eyes. Or we could do teal hair and lime green eyes and lime green rose leaves. What do y'all think? See, I want to try to use some of these, you know, some of the oh-hoo-hoos. Now, I don't have every blendable color. You know, I only got 48 colors. So, and I can always, you know, use pencils too to shade. But let's see. So that's kind of all of the. I need more of a lime green. This will be a good shading color, but I need lime green. Let's pick something here. That's not a brush. Let's see. Maybe like a floor. I don't know if I want fluorescent. That's too yellow. Let's see what color. That's too green. I really want like yellow lime. I probably should buy me a new lime. This one's almost out. I probably have enough to base coat it. All right, let's do that. Let's get some lime green. And again, this I can do this with pencil, but I'm just using it. All right, so let me just go ahead and this may not go far because I think it's almost empty. I may be able to base coat these leaves. Then I have to decide what color flowers. Let's do her hair and leaves, and then we'll decide on the flowers. Y'all thinking, well, why did you even ask us if you're going to do whatever you want anyway? I know. Oh my gosh, there she just said the same thing. I know, right? But talking it out gives you ideas, you know, talking it out is like, well, let me see what y'all think. And then it makes me think, well, no, I think I do want to do this or that, you know, talking it out loud. I don't know. I'm trying to get as much out of this green as I can, but it's like, let me try the other end. Let me try, see if I can get something out of a little bit out of the chisel edge. But this one's almost empty. Little squeak. A little squeaky here. I'll just get out a pencil to finish it. Let's see. Here's one. Do y'all want a stenciled background? I should have probably done that first. We could do a stencil-y background with some lime green kind of thing. I think we should do some stenciling. It's not a lot of space around her, but let's see. Maybe a little leafage. A little green leafage might be nice. Let's see how green this is. I don't want it too contrasty to this. Let's see. Yeah, that'll do. I just want a little bit in the background. So let's Trying to get it, like, especially along her face here, where the leaves will show. Wait for it. See? Just gives it a little something, something in the background. Ooh, it's got a little bright. Let me turn the brightness down just a little. Thorns in back. Thorns? Like, is she a bad girl? Is she a heartbreaker? Be a little bit more up on that one. There we go. Just right there. Just a little bit right on that corner. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. Thorns in back would be cool. Well, you don't want to do something that's going to take away from her too much. All right, let's see. Let's give her a little bit more. Get some blenders here. I'm going to give her a little pink in her. And I'll do some more shading with pencil. Let's do a little bit of pink. Let's give her a little pink on her shoulder too. Let's give her a little color. Let's give her a little more right here. Oops. All right. The leaves, pretty sorry. Time twice wasn't. That's all right. I didn't see it, Rebecca. Sounds okay. All right. So I don't know. We may end up with pink roses, and let's see. Let's see about her teal. I want to use this one, or do I want to dig out some? That's nice and dark, but I'm going to have to go up here with my Copics and other markers to find lighter shade. That's almost the exact same shade. See, look at that's the exact same color. And look, see how the different, you can't really tell by marker toppers. Let's see. It's the same. So I have to kind of want to go with the brush markers, but I don't have brush markers in every. That's the same. Hang on, I'm digging through. That's the same. They're almost too much all the same. Let's go into the greens. Maybe that a little bit more. Let's try this one. That's too green. That should go over there. Okay, there we go. We're going to go with those two colors. We're going to go with those two and blend. Plus pencils. Hi, Judy. All right, so first I'm going to start by just putting her all the hair this color, like a light kind of, it's kind of almost like a seafoam, minty green, but I'm going to add the teal to it, but I'm just going to get a base first. It's going to get me a nice base. Kind of like I do with acrylic paint. I do a wash of acrylic paint. and then go on back on top of it. If y'all haven't seen coloring with acrylic washes. So this will be a good. So like I said, I finished that. I finished up that portrait of the little girl, and I started on a commission of a dog. And I have some karate dojo certificates that I'm working on this week in calligraphy. Keeps my calligraphy in practice because I do the certificates in Old English, fancy letters. So what's everybody else doing this weekend? Y'all do anything you want to talk about that I can show off on Instagram? I'll work till 11. At 11, we'll do our napkin giveaway. And thanks, everybody, for being here. Thank you, lurkers. There's a little white edge around there. I'll probably cut that off because I don't like that little white edge. It doesn't blend. Hi, Janet. Hi, CB. Let's scroll back to watch your color her face. Oh, okay. I'm not done, but I got it started. I'm going to just cut that edge off. Janet, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said about the Petri dish? If you didn't, then good, because it'll be a surprise. I'm not surprising you with the Petri dish. I don't mean that. I did clear the eliminate letter certificates, and yeah, I used Posh. I used to do it back in the 80s into the 90s, and then once everybody's had a desktop, it kind of fell out of favor for a while. But it comes and goes. Let's see. Rebecca said just use same colors on a Luna moth last night. Oh, nice. I figured you were out watering your garden or something. Well, I was going to kind of surprise you. You want me to tell you? I will tell you. I mean, you can always go back, but do you want me to tell you? Or do you want to be surprised? Okay, now I want to keep this wet. I'm going to keep kind of go back and forth here. So I want to just get a little bit in there and then blend it right away. Can y'all see that? Don't want me to zoom in some more? I don't have to tell you. It's good, Posh, because it's good, Janet. I mean, if you want to wait and be surprised, okay, so you see how if you lose focus, the more you zoom in. Let's see, even if I autofocus, it's going to. And plus, I got to turn the brightness down. It's still not true to color, but tell me because I hate secrets. Okay, well, I'll tell you then. All right, so I just had this idea just came to me over the weekend. You know how you make fun of my Petri dish, which is no longer a Petri dish because now that I have two of them and I wash one and keep one, when one gets dirty, I put it in the dishwasher. So I always have a clean water paintbrush cleaner, right? But I had this little vision of your little monsters, the little monsters that you draw, printing them out and cutting them out and having them crawl out of my water dish. Isn't that a great idea? Make a little print out of it. You like that, CV? So anyway, I thought that was a good idea. And CB, are you all packed and ready to go to the Maryland retreat? If y'all don't know, Patty Tolly Parrish, of course, the last couple years didn't have the retreat, but she has a retreat up in Maryland. CB usually goes. Joan flies in from the UK. I think a couple people might actually fly in from the UK. And they have an art retreat in Maryland every year, except for the last couple years, you know. Isn't that funny, Janet? I thought it was funny. And what are you going to do today, by the way, Janet? What are you going to work on today? I'm just switching back and forth between these two markers. I'm giving this away, by the way, today, Janet. This is the small version of the larger piece from Mariola Budek's set of art gold. You could print them on Shrinky Dink. Yeah, I wouldn't go to all that trouble, preppy crafty girl, but yeah. I'm breeding monsters, Kathleen. Yes. Anyway, I thought that was kind of fun. I might do that just because of Janet, you know. Because I have to send her this too. Hi, Vonnie. How you doing? Watercolor and Chrissy Rice. Oh, okay. Okay, that'll be good. That'll be fun. I'm only using 2 colors here, guys. Thank you, Dolly Face. Yeah, I hope that and Zandra will be there. Scraps to Beauty, Zandra Z. She said she's going to try to do some filming of anybody that doesn't mind being filmed. You know. So follow Zandra, Scraps to Beauty, maybe Pacola or Janet, or somebody could put in a link to Zandra so that y'all can follow her. She streams on Sunday. She streamed yesterday. And so if she does do some filming from the retreat, y'all can see it. And Patty probably will do some filming too. I'm just switching back and forth while it's wet and blending it. What do y'all think? Is it pretty? See, I started with just one solid color, but the gray tone, the gray scale gives you a place to shade. So it's not as hard as you think. Thank you, Pacola. It's not as hard as you think to do grayscale. Now, again, this is on some nice heavy cardstock. You know, Mariola's in Poland, and these pages are on nice heavy cardstock. A lot of times, you know, you buy some books, they might be on, you know, well, they used to call it create space paper. It's just like copy paper, which I still can work on that, but not everybody can or likes to work on, you know, thin paper. But it is possible to do that. But look, let me show you. See, it does go through. There's some roses on the back. This was a card that I cut the front of the card off so I could do a giveaway. So it does go through. So just, you know, You don't want to do a you know, you don't want to use your alcohol markers in a color book that has double-sided pages that you're going to ruin the other side. Hi, Sticky Art. How you doing? It's vibrant yet chill. How you doing, Sticky Art? Let's see. Preppy Crafty Girl's working and lurking. Have you updated your shop yet, Jonna? Have you put new stuff in your shop? Jonna has Preppy Crafty Girl, just like her name is there. The yellow you see here. Let me click on her. That's the name of her Etsy shop, and she sells all kinds of vintage kits in her shop. Working our way down her hair here. Did anybody else post anything on Instagram they want to share today? Bueller. I had so much fun with Denise last week. I hope she'll make it back soon. I hope y'all enjoy it when Denise visits the stream as well. She goes, I could have streamed all week. She had so much fun. What does Sticky say? You can start a crazy project and just another full size skateboards to paint on. Oh my gosh. How long do you have to do it, Sticky? Let me click on them. How long do you have? I mean, what's your timeline? I'm afraid to ask. I do have something coming from Amazon today, but it probably won't be here before the end of the stream. So I'll have to show it on Monday. I mean Wednesday. I'm sorry. I'll show it on Wednesday. I'm waiting to see what Sticky's. Oh, I'm trying to get them all painted in a month, but realistically 3 months. How many can you? Depends on, of course. It depends on what you got to do, like how technical, how detailed. So I'm glad y'all like the streams with Denise. She doesn't get to do creative things like that very often. She works so hard. So anytime she gets to come down here and do that with us, it makes me happy that she can do that. Okay, so let's see. Or the Penn and Teller of YouTube. I don't know about that, Julia, but we have fun. Thank you, Jill. And let's see. Preppy Crafty Girl said that she added road trip, camping, summer, beach, men, and gardening. All added some women theme. And I have 8 Bible journal prayer kits. So y'all go over and follow, or go over to Etsy, the Preppy Crafty Girl, just like it says there. And she has awesome kits. She really does. She has all kinds of vintage things. She always wraps everything so nice, and it's just nice. She has good kits. I've bought many of her kits. And if she has new ones, I'll probably go buy another new one. Not that I need any more, but I can't resist those kits. Those, making journals kits. So go over there and follow Jonna on Etsy and buy some of her kits. They're always good. I'm just going back and forth with these two colors. Now, if I want to add some darker areas, which I do, I'll do that in a minute. Let me finish this side. So this is what it started out with. I just colored the whole hair, that one color. Then I'm shading with this one, blending with this one. Then I'll go back with the dark and do even darker. We're funny together. Yeah, it is funny. Oh, you're welcome, Jonna. Well, I love to promote you guys. I'm really, that's what I'm all about it, guys. I'm all about the sharing and the promoting and the inspiration and the idea sharing and idea collecting and sharing. If y'all missed my idea about what did a little project, if you want something to do with famous artists, go back later and watch the recap it, where we gave a famous artist project, mind mapping, idea collecting, list making, all the above. Because to me, anytime anybody says they don't have an imagination or they don't have any ideas, I say pshaw. Okay, so there we go. Got this first nice layer done on the left of the face. The left of the face. Her left or here? I'm not sure where. Left of her face. Where did I miss a strand of hair? There's some little hairs there. I'm not sure, Kathy Carney. Where did I miss a strand of hair? This right here? Thank you, Pacola. Yes, I can see you, Angie. Thank you, Pacola. There's the idea we had earlier. I love you, my little snapdragon. Yeah, I did have one coat of blue on it. It was just light. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the darker blue, and I'm just going to kind of get in here and get some really, and I might have to go back with the other to blend because I don't want any harsh edges. But I'm going to get in here and get some. Can y'all see the difference that makes? Again, I don't want to leave a harsh edge, so I'll go back in. And you could do this with pencil as well. More of the shading. I might put just a touch of this teal in her eyes too. You won't be able to see it, but unless you really zoom in. Just gives it one more layer of depth. Can y'all tell the difference where I've added that darker? I don't think my part of my part is I don't know how to get started on things. Well, you just have to start, Missy. I'm just going to say. And if you're afraid of, like, say, coloring something like this, and like I said earlier, make a copy. Make a copy on a nice piece of paper just to, practice on. If you're worried about, like, especially if you're working in a book, that you don't want to, you're afraid you're going to mess up. But again, don't forget, alcohol markers bleed through. Always bleed through. Your ballerina pages, Kathleen, did I show those? Are they on Instagram? Let me go over here and look. Kathleen. Oh, I see some Alice though from you, Kathleen. Ballerina. I don't see the ballerina. Maybe too far back. Oh, wait. This one? I like that. I love your watercolory technique and effect and style. And Arlene, I know Arlene, me too. And that's another reason to write down things. If you have more ideas and than time and energy, the thing about writing things down that's beneficial, you think, oh, I've got so many ideas now, I'll never use what's I already can remember, let alone writing more down. The benefit of writing things down, well, there's lots of benefits, but one of the other benefits of writing things down is it gets it out of your head. So you're thinking, oh, I got this great idea, I'll never have time to do it, but I might forget about it. So you're concentrating on remembering. Whereas if you write it down, you don't have to remember. You've got it written down. You always need to write your ideas down, even though you think you may never, ever use them. And you may never. I mean, I know I got hundreds more ideas written down than I'll ever use. But they're out of my head and into my car. See, that song just came to my mind. Out of my dreams and into my car. All right, so can y'all tell the difference between this side of her hair and this side, just adding that darker? Let's see. What color to make a bowl? That probably depends on the fabric you have at hand, Angie. But I posted the 5th of July. Good, it sent me and put them in a Luna month. Okay, let me go over there, Rebecca. Let's see. Instagram search Rebecca. Whoop. Do I have the right Rebecca? Yeah, that is it. Okay. All right. I'm looking for. Oh, here. Yeah. Yeah. She used some of the stuff that she won in a giveaway, the flags and stuff. So there's Rebecca Jean. Go over there. It's kind of hard to see from here, but if you go, because it's kind of light, go over to her IG. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you, Julia. Okay, so let me finish up. Oh, it's got 5. I'll finish your hair here in 5. Well, finish shading it here in 5 minutes. I'll probably add some highlights, but then we'll do our napkin giveaway, which y'all do not have to watch me sort napkins. I did that at the very beginning. Well, I did most of it before I came on air, and then finished it up at the very, very beginning of the show this morning. Just want a few extra dark. Like right in here, on your ear. And some of just the crevices of the folds. Get it nice and dark in there. And then just kind of softly blend a little bit. Thank you, Julianne. Thank you, Nanette. Thanks everybody for being here. I love Monday. I love my Mondays with you guys. Wednesdays too, but especially Mondays. Janet's going to do watercoloring today at 1. Okay. All right. I like it. And she has just that little bit of blue in her eyes, which I'll touch up things with pencil too. So let me zoom back out just a little so we can see it a little clearer, because when you zoom in that close, I mean, I know I have good camera, but still, there we go. That's better. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking for anything in caps. Y'all put it in caps whenever you're talking to me. Thanks, guys. I'm glad y'all like her so far. I'm going to make her have a little bit more pink in her lips. Oops, wrong end. And I'll put a little bit of raspberry pencil. So should I do pink flowers? What do y'all think? Pink roses will probably be good. I like to keep things like in 3 colors. I think I'm going to do that. So let me just go ahead and base coat all the flowers. Just going to put a base coat, and then we'll go back and shade. So we still have to shade the leaves too. I think this is a nice lime green, pink, and teal. I think that's pretty. And if I'm doing acrylic washes, I do the same thing. I just do a base coat like this with the acrylic wash, and then go back in. Got to make sure it's 100% dry. Go back in with color pencil and do the details. And then go get my other bottle water. So I'll let this sit. Oh, that's green. That's supposed to be green. That's the outer side of the rose. Okay, that's a start. Okay. All right, give me just a minute. And I think I'll do a pink little jewel in her ear. Okay. I'm glad you asked what colors. Yeah, no, because aren't you glad I asked what colors? Because I did what colors I wanted anyway. All right, hang on. Let me go get another bottle. My other bottle of water's in the other room. Hang on. Give me just a minute, guys. Take a quick break. Okay. I have to go downstairs and get the water. Didn't have one in the other room. Okay, so ran up downstairs. Okay. How would you do the roses? White? I would probably shade them with either purple, a light lavender, or a blue. Like a light blue or light lavender. Okay. I see you, baby. You can't come up here right now. She's sitting right at my feet going, please let me up there. All right. Catch my breath a minute. And we'll do the nap. Let me back out so we can do the napkin giveaway. All right. She's little. See, here's the size of the normal size we work on. And here's what we're doing today because I'm going to do a giveaway. So you can see, if y'all missed, here's some of the other ones that I've done by Mariola. See here, I shaded with purple. But I wanted the same shading as her dress. So that's purple. My mermaid. So those are the ones I've done out of the pack. And this was one of the cards. Just acrylic kill markers when it's dry. You mean go over the, I wouldn't use my alcohol markers over acrylic. I wouldn't, especially Copics where you pay $8 a marker. Now, if you're going to use, you could use some super tips, your Crayola, but these are water-based, so they'll reactivate. That's the thing. Water-based, but I love my super tips for watercoloring. But they will reactivate. I see you, baby. No, I know you just want to stretch, right? You're going to stretch right on. Let me move this. Move. Hi. So let's sail back out here. You're going to have to move so Mama can do a giveaway. Uh-huh. You are. Yes, you are. I know. Any markers? Well, like I said, I'd use super tips. But it depends on how much you really want to blend. I personally like pencils for blending over the top of acrylic, markers, watercolor, anything. I like pencils for blending, extra details and tiny bits and shading. I like pencil. Well, yeah, you don't need high-end markers to do it. I use watered down craft paint washes and then shade with pencil. Okay, so let's see who's dinging me. Oh, it's for Hubster. Okay, well, you can sit there for a minute. All right, let me get my napkins here. All right, so how it works. Let me go over the rules. Let me get some Post-it notes I could probably write names here. So what I do is, because I have so many decorative napkins, I did save myself about that many. I'm de-stashing, I'm giving them away, all my extra napkins. I had 5 big, fat Ziploc bags full. I'm down to 4 now. One of which is all holiday. So one of the Ziploc bags is all holiday. I'm going to save that for the holidays. So that one's kind of setting aside. So we still have 3 big bags of napkins to give away. So I've been doing giveaways every Monday. I know she is posh, but when you're trying to do something, luckily I'm using some pan pastels on one of my portraits, the dog portrait. And it's way over there. I don't know if the girl that commissioned me to do the dog is ever on here, but I will show it. I'll just kind of do a quick little, let me move some of because y'all know I got these big certificates here. So I got it started. Here we go. So I'm doing that. So anyway, and I did finish the girl, her. And who else? What else do I got here? I got all my certificates here I've got to do. Anyway, I have some pan pastels sitting over there to the side. and she hasn't either seen them. She hasn't either seen them or paying attention to them. But okay, you're gonna have to sit. All right, so anyway, so I make a pile for international, and I do peel the backs off. So I'm going to peel the backs off of all the napkins, and I do one big giveaway in US and two smaller international. So there's like 15 napkins in each international pile. And did I pile them up here? I'm going to have to separate. Let me count. Hang on. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can y'all see? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, there's 16. So, so I got 2 stacks for international. And I peel the backs off. I do that while I'm watching Janet at 1. And then I got a stack of about 30 for US because that's cheaper to ship. So I do one big pack US and then 2 smaller internationals. So this is a US. So if y'all do napkin journaling, and if y'all don't like cat dander around you, although my cats don't even make Arlene sneeze. So if they don't make Arlene sneeze, it's probably okay. But I brush them all the time, so there's not a lot of cat dander with them. But just saying, y'all know I have cats. So if you know I have cats, you're allergic, you're worried about cats, then don't participate. Don't participate in the napkin giveaway if you think it might bother you. Okay? All right, so this one's going to be US and 2 internationals. Let's do US first so I can get it off and just kind of shift things around because my cat's taking up the whole space. All right, so this is how it works. When I type in go, let me bring up random.org. Okay. So random.org, I'll put in a number here. I'll put in a generate and it'll give me a number between 1 and 100. So we're going to do US only first. US only. Okay. Did everybody hear that? This is US. And the reason I'm doing that because people either don't hear or whatever. This is for US only. I'll peel the backs off of probably most of them. I don't know. I'll do every 100%. You might have to peel a back or 2 off yourself. But anyway, so when I type in go, one number only between 1 and 100. First person closest without going over. You cannot take your numbers out and put new numbers in. If somebody else puts in your number, just be careful that you don't put in what somebody else has put in. It's too complicated for me and the mods to say, "Well, did you take your number out in time? Did you put it back in time?" I know a lot of people allow that on their streams, that if you see somebody else has your number, you take your number back out, delete it, and put a new number in. We don't allow that. It's too complicated and it gets too convoluted. It's already like herding cats. So do not take your numbers out and put them in. It's going to be the first person closest without going over. Okay? One number only. One number only. We're going to do US first, and then we'll do the international. Okay? All right. There we go. All right. US only for this big stack of napkins that I will peel. All right. And then we're going to do 2 2 internationals. Okay. Yeah, it gets too convoluted when people take numbers out, put numbers in, take them out and put them in. And my mods, we can't keep up. So we just have that rule. One number, first person closest without going over. Just got to make it easy because it's like herding cats. Let's see. I don't need that note anymore. I have all my little post-it notes to remember everything. Let me get a sip of my water. I think I'll make egg salad for lunch. I have a hankering for egg salad. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you say 1? 1. All right, get on down, baby. Get on down. All right. US only. Let's pick a number on random.org. Here we go. First person closest to 51. Closest to 51 without going over. 51. Well, let me scroll back and see. I see a 49. Let me scroll back. Oh, Starla Arts has 51 right on the nose. So it looks like Starla Arts. I think it's Starla. Okay, am I right? Is it Starla Arts? Okay, Starla. I'm pretty sure I have your address correct. You haven't moved. Okay, so Starla Arts. And again, guys, if you have to let me know your address, and if you move, you have to let me know that too. I usually ask if you're not, if I'm not familiar, if I have your address, I ask you to send it again. And here's my email again, by the way, guys. It's always in my description box, but there it is again. So there you go, Starla. You haven't moved. Okay. So Starla, I'll peel as many of these as I can. So there's Starla. And I put it in one of these big envelopes and I fold it in half because the US I can send more than international. Okay, there we go for that. Now move that to the table behind me. And now we're going to do 2 internationals. I got 2 bundles here of international. 2 bundles. These have less in them, but I'm able to peel them and send them cheaper. That's why I do 2 for the international. Wait till I type in go. Wait till I type in go. First 2 people closest. And I'll pick a new random.org. The first 2 people closest without going over. First 2 people without going over. Okay? You can play, Lena. Everybody can play. You can still play, Lena, and I'm glad you got your goodies. Y'all can play. Go ahead. All right, everybody get your numbers in. International, first 2 people closest without going over. I think I sent you something else too, Lena, just the other day. So I know it hasn't got to Denmark yet. I sent you another little envelope of something, I think. I think it was, and did you get my art card? Is that what you got? The art card and some butterflies? I don't remember I don't remember half of what I send out, guys. I send out a lot. So sometimes it's hard for me to remember exactly what I sent you every time. All right. Put your numbers in. I'm going to count down. Annie, did you put in a number? Annie Carter? Put in a number between 1 and all right. We will ignore your number, Rinka, since you're in the USA. It happens every time. I know it does. Herding cats, people. It's herding cats. Oh my gosh. Annie Carter, did you put in a number? You can't just put in go. You have to put in a number. Put in a number, Annie Carter. I'm going to count down. You don't have too long. I'm going to count down. If you want to play, put in a number between 1 and 100. There you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let me go back over to random.org. All right. 51 was the US. Now we're going to pick a number for international. First, two people closest to 8. And if everybody went over, we'll pick another number. Did everybody go over 8? Let's see. Looking. I see everybody. Looks like everybody went over 8. I want to pick a new number. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Lena. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to pick a new number because everybody went over 8. All right, here we go. 83. First two people closest to 83. Barb picked 72 for Rachel. Oh, wait. I see 83, Terry Brett. So Terry Brett got it right on. So Terry Brett had 83 right on the nose. Okay, so Terry Brett's 1. I see Miss Lena got 76. So it looks like you got it, Lena. It looks like you and Terry Brett. Because Lena had, where did I see it? Where'd it go? 76. Okay, so Lena, you had 76. So Lena and Terry Brett, and I do have both of y'all's addresses unless you've moved. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm going to pile these over on the table behind me. And then finish this up for another giveaway. We're going to give away this in a little bit too. We'll do the same thing, but this will be US and international because I'm going to give it away to whichever. It'll just go in an envelope, right? All right. So, and Dot, you should have probably 3 things coming? Dot wins all the time. She won over at Janet's as well. Okay, so let me zoom in a couple of clicks here and see if we're lighting that back up just a little. There we go. This might be too much. Let's darken it back just a little. There we go. How's that look? I could probably zoom in one more. It looks so big when we're so zoomed in, right? Doesn't look like this is a big, huge something, but it's like, let me measure. Oh, I keep forgetting that this has my new quilting mat, cutting mat has a, all the way around the edges. It has a ruler I can measure right here. So it's like 8 by 5.5. 5.5 by 8. Sip of water. Thank you, Lena. You've been rocked today, Dot. Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see what we can do here to finish her up. All right, so let's see how dark that pink is. I don't know if that's too much different. It's a little different. Maybe I can probably zoom in one more. And how's the color? I guess the color looks okay. All right, let's test this out compared to this. It's not that different. I almost want it one little bit darker than this, although I could use this on her lips. I'll probably put some magenta in her lips as well, but this is a little bit of a start, maybe just a little bit more. And just a little bit of a blend. Okay. Now, let's go back over here to this here. And let's see what this one looks like. That's better. Well, that's kind of hot pink. I don't know if I want a hot pink. There we go. That's better. Okay. So it's really more of a magenta color with my regular pink. So let's do that. So first we're going to go back in here now. And we got to do the leaves too. So let's just go in here. And just with a tiny little tip of the pen, I'm just going to go in here. Do one little rose at a time. and then blend it out. It's pretty tiny. You probably won't be able to see too much. Just take the caps off. Very tiny. Okay, and the same thing for her lips. I want just a little bit of that magenta. Just a touch. Okay. I got my winning so fast. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie Wooten. Thanks, y'all, for when y'all let me know, because, sometimes when we all give away things, we don't hear back, and we think, well, I hope it got there. I say we in the sense of streamers. We do giveaways. I'd like to know if y'all get it. I mean, I'm not fishing for, tell me thank you. I just want to know that it got there okay. Especially when it's international, because you just never know, You just never know. Okay, so then I'm just going to blend this out. Yeah, I think I'm going to make egg salad before Janet comes on. Doesn't that sound good? Egg salad and Cheetos. That sounds good, in a pickle. Egg salad, Cheetos, and a pickle. I don't know what Hubster will want, but that's what I'm going to eat. Does she not have Discord? Who are you talking about? I don't have Discord. I don't have time for another. I've like pulled way back from Twitter. I'm hardly on Twitter anymore. Just too much of a. Yeah, I'm hardly on Twitter. Barely on Facebook. So if you really want to talk to me, you need to get with me on Instagram. Probably better than, or email me. I mean, when I say don't email me, I mean, mean emails. I don't mind nice, questions and stuff like that. Or leave a comment on, if you have a question, you can always leave a comment or question under uh, comments in YouTube. But no, I don't have a Discord. I don't have time for that. And I don't have a Facebook group either. People always go, why don't you have a Facebook group? I don't have time for that, people. I'm streaming on my spare time. I do my commissions and my other art and different things. I mean, I have to have time to photograph Barbie. I gotta have time to do my Barbie photography. I've been having fun with it. I'm only doing one a week, in place of doing a garden picture, because now that the garden is just, I'm just picking from the garden. I'm not growing anything. You're not seeing anything grow new. So there's nothing really to photograph with the garden. I mean, I could do a few things with some flowers out front, which I could do that with Barbie. But I've just been having fun doing the Barbie photography. Did y'all see the shoe one? Oh my gosh, I didn't show that this morning. I showed the harvest one. I did post that one, not on Sunday, just in the week, because Denise saw my little Barbie pictures and my Barbie. I don't have a lot of Barbie, clothes and stuff. And I have two Barbies. Well, I have three now, because I bought some friends. And so she said, you don't have any other shoes? Just those, I think they're purple, or I think they were pink or purple, whatever color they were. And here, let me stop for just a minute. So Denise ordered me. She ordered me. Well, I say me. Our Barbie girl ordered her some shoes. So I posted this picture. Mama got a new pair of shoes. So Denise bought her all these, but almost all of them are like little boots. Who was it? Was it you, Janet, or who was it? Somebody says, did they get her any tassels and some twerking info? Anyway, because the shoes are a little, yeah, they're a little, they're not your just like normal everyday tennis shoes and flats, right? But anyway, so I couldn't resist posting that. So yeah, and then of course, then yesterday I posted the harvest. So, but I've been having fun with little Barbie. But I did buy her a couple new friends. So, and y'all of course y'all saw the 4th of July. And then the other one let's see, I did put her in the garden here where she was thankful for the harvest. And then I have one more Barbie. Oh, didn't I post that one? Oh, I haven't. I forgot. I had another picture ready to post, and I posted this one instead because it was the 4th of July. I do have another Barbie picture. I'll let y'all have a sneak peek. I'll post it next Sunday. I forgot I hadn't posted this one yet. Let me show y'all. There's my little girl finished there. Um, Barbie's painting out in the garden. I forgot I haven't posted this one, so this one will get posted on Sunday. I'll pick two of them, probably this one and this one, maybe, or no, probably this one and that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot I didn't post that yet. Barbie needs a pet. Well, she one of the things came with a little dog, but I've actually looked for a cat. I've looked for a cat, haven't found one yet. But I'm on the lookout for a little cat like Malibu and Oliver. Rim Barbie. Oh my gosh, Lena, that's good. I gotta write that down for the. That's gotta go in the Wingnut book. That's going in the Wingnut book, Lena. That's good. And if y'all don't follow Lena, I think she posted something over the weekend. Hang on, let me look. Let me go back over to Instagram. I know she had a YouTube video recently. Salvatore Dog. Ah, let me go over here to IG. Let me see here. Lena, did you post something? Where did I see something you did? She did a watercolor. Oh, it was a prompt. So here she did. Y'all, Lena's an amazing artist, guys. Y'all need to go over and follow. This is a little watercolor that she did. But go over and follow Miss Linux 2010. And she's on Instagram. And you need a face, Lena. Lena, give yourself a face, please. You're faceless, Lena. Lena, do something about your face. Lena, do something about your face. Here's another one. Look at this, guys. You're on the World of Watercolor monthly thing and post every day in July. Okay. Um, Do something about your face, Lena. You got to have an Instagram face. Okay, let me finish this up. So follow Lena on Instagram and on YouTube, guys, and her little earring too. And I'm going to go in and do her makeup here in a minute. I better get crack-a-lackin'. I got about 30 minutes. About 30 minutes. If I don't quite finish it, guys, I will finish it off camera. I'll post a picture of this on Instagram and link Mariola. But I want to do the giveaway. I want to have time to do the giveaway. And because my lime green is out, pretty much out, I'll do the leaves in pencil. Okay. All right, let me grab some pencils. Do a little bit more detail. Well, I got my, as Denise calls them, crap pencils right here. Let me get my pink. I got my sharpener right here. I'm not funny, Lena. You're funny. I mean, if y'all have not heard Lena's sense of humor at times, she's a hoot. All right, I'm just going to kind of get in here and kind of smooth out a few places with the pink here. Probably have some little highlights with a white Posca. So the thing about a white Posca is you can add things to it. Like, I won't do all these edges, but you can go all the way if you want to get rid of line art. But you can also go in here. Thank you, Janet, for the new Poscas. Just use this one on something, though. And you can go in here and highlight some things and then let it dry. And once it's dry, go back over it with the color and it'll still be vibrant. It won't be white, but it'll be vibrant. So I'll probably do a few places in her hair like that. You know, give her a few extra highlights where I'm just going to put it down with white, but I'll go back over it with pencil to knock it back, but we'll give her a few extra highlights here. But I don't want them white. I mean, you could leave some white if you really want her hair to be really super shiny, but I'm just going to put a few here, let it dry while I go onto her face and do a little bit of just kind of smoothing out a few. Okay, so see how that made it really bright, but I don't want it that bright. I'm going to knock it back in a minute. I'm just kind of trying to make it so that the edges aren't harsh. Put a little highlight in her earring there. Oops. A little bubble there. I want too many, just a little bit. Again, I'm not going to leave it white, so you'll see when I knock it back with the light teal color. That's probably enough. I might put one across her face. People get nervous when I do that, but I like to put sometimes one hair coming down across her eye. But we've got to finish her makeup first. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for just a minute, all that white, and then I'll go back over it with this color, a light teal color, like mint green. And yes, I have more pencils in these. Don't anybody say, oh my gosh, bless her heart, she needs new pencils. Trust me, I need no new pencils. These are just in my little tray here. I have plenty of pencil extenders and I have plenty of pencils. So don't anybody be a fearing that I'm running out of pencils. I'm not. Okay, so the leaves. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of an olivey green maybe, or just a little bit darker. Is that dark? That's not going to be dark enough. Let's get a little bit of an olive green. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see very well. I do. I'll use any pencil nub. I don't mind nubbies. All right, so let's go ahead and put in some of the little bit of the olive. And again, I got 20 minutes before 12. I may not finish all the details, like these little leaves. I could probably wait on these. I don't want to rush it, but I'll finish it today and I'll post it on Instagram. But we're going to do a giveaway. I want to give it away. So you can see how the little leaves, see how I'm adding the little bit of shading there. And then to blend it out, I'll go with the same color that the marker is and kind of just feather it out. Now, there's all kinds of little veins in these leaves. If you want to take the time to do all the little veins, when you're coloring something like this. So you can kind of see there. All right, I'm going to wait on the leaves now because I want to finish her face. So let me get a little bit of a... Do I want that color? Probably. Or maybe a little bit of a... yeah, I think I'll go with the sienna color. All right, let me sharpen. Where do you get the pencil extenders? I think this one is a General. General. That's the brand name, General. Gener. You can get them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But I have different brands. Just look up pencil extenders on Amazon. I've got a few different ones. This is just the one that I have handy. I don't know where the other ones are. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to get in here and I'm just going to do a little, I need a blender too. Let's see, maybe this. Okay, let's try these two. All right, so I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of shading. Not much. I want to keep her very pale, but just a few little places where I just want it a little darker in her makeup, especially on her eyes. Oh, and I do need a little bit of a teal, that darker teal. Let me see. Let me try the lighter one first. I want to put her in her eyebrows. She's going to have matching eyebrows. Okay. And you always want to make sure you got all the skin done and everything, especially around the eyes, before you put in her eyelashes. Let's see if I can zoom in some more for the eyes. Hang on. It's probably going to get a little pixelated, but it's not going to be very clear, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Not doing too much shading on her face. I want her pretty light. Maybe a little shadow under her hair here. And I'm going to go back and blend it a little bit with the peach color. Okay, so now every place that I just put that sienna, I'm going to kind of blend that out. Just like putting on makeup. Okay, now for her eyes, I want the lime green. Sharpening that little nub. And I'm going to put a little bit more lime green. Now, the other thing about color book pages, and I want just a little bit of extra of the dark teal. The thing about color book pages is the line art very rarely is black. So like her pupils, if you want her to have black pupils, you're going to have to go in there. And I like using a Sharpie pen, not a marker. It's a Sharpie pen. For eyelashes, eyeliner, and pupils. And maybe even just the tiniest bit in the nostril. Not too much now. Just a tiny bit. And sometimes in the inside of the mouth. Just a touch. Okay. And she might need a little bit of, let me sharpen my white here. Because I've gone over her lips a few times, her teeth. She might have got a little lipstick on her teeth. I don't know what she is, Rebecca. She might have got a little lipstick on her teeth. So we're going to go back in there. Just a little bit on her teeth. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take the black and I'm going to go in here on her pupils. And I'll let you look at the difference. Can you tell the difference in the pupils? The one on that I've gone over, and see how that's gray and how that's black? Let me just go ahead and do her whole eye so you'll see the difference with the black pen when you go over. I'll put in a couple of lashes. When you go over the line art in a color book, that's gray. See the difference in the black of the eyes? Just a couple of lashes on the bottom. Not too much. Less is more. And then when I take a Posca and go over the highlight, sometimes I add an extra highlight. Then I usually add a little bit of slate blue, or let's see, I'll do it with my slate. Where's my slate blue? I know I got one in here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Just a tiny bit of blue shadow under the eyelash or the eyelashes. It makes a difference. It gives it a little bit more life, and sometimes even just above. Just a touch of blue right above the lashes. Can you see that little bit of blue? How it just gives a little bit more life? She might need a little bit of dot in the corner of the eye too. And sometimes I like to add a little bit of white, like, you know, how you can add your makeup, add a little bit of white around the corner of your eye. That makes you look younger. If you don't know that, if you put on makeup, Put some white on the out, or light pink or white right on the outside of your tear duct right there. That will make your eyes sparkle and bright. Just saying. It'll give you a youthful eye look. Okay, now also her eyebrows, I do want them a little bit. Let me get a little bit of. I don't want to do it with the marker because it's too thick. But I like to always let me sharpen. I like to make their eyebrows a little thicker. But I can't really do this with the marker because it would be too thick, right? But I'm going to give her a few little extra hairs in her eyebrows. Just because I like the way that looks. Like she's brushed her eyebrows up. Then maybe just a touch of darker magenta in the lips, or a dark red, like Tuscan red or something. Just a tiny bit more in the lips. We'll blend that out. All right, let's back out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's too far. 1, 2. So there we go. All right, so are y'all ready for a giveaway? Now, Mariola Budek signed it right here. I will go ahead and sign it like right along here, colored by, or colors. Well, I'll put it in the hair. You really won't see it, but you'll see it a little bit. So Mariola's, I'll put a 2022. She's right here, her signature. I don't want to lose it. Let's go back over her little B a little bit so we don't lose her B. There we go. So there's the artist and there's the colorist. All right, so now real quick, I'm going to take my light green again, and every place that I did the white hair, let's see if you can tell the difference when I go over it here. And I might put a hair in her eye. I know some people are going to go, oh no. I want to show you what I'm talking about here by going over the top of that white. All right, so can you see where it's no longer white? Here's where it's white. And here's where I've gone over it with the minty color. See, it's still very vibrant, but it's not white. Let me do a couple more places. And you can't get that with just a white pencil. See the difference? So you can still see the white underneath. Thanks, guys. All right, so let me go back over this. I'm going to do a giveaway, and this is U.S. and international. I will take a picture of it and post it on Instagram when I'll finish the leaves and the flowers after a while. After I eat my egg salad sandwich. Cheetos and pickle. Can y'all see how that just makes that shine? Let me hold it again. I know I'm zoomed out. See where I've gone back over the white and where I haven't? All right, y'all ready for the last hair in the eye? Gotta be brave. Hold my breath. Because I'm going to want some of this color and a little bit of the darker teal too. So let me sharpen these two. Nice and sharp. Because it's going to be little. I'm going to make some egg salad too. Let me sharpen these because I got to have these real sharp if I'm going to do a hair in her eye. Okay, let me make sure my Posca's working well. Let me see about, I've been using this one. Maybe I should get a different one. Get one that's just fresh. Do I have a fresh one ready to go? I guess I could use one of these. I just want one that's got a nice sharp, either the Sharpie. Okay, here, I'll use this Sharpie. All right, let me go ahead and zoom in. Last touch here. Let's hope this works. I'll wait for it. Okay, here we go. So she's going to have a little hair. It's not showing up. Let me try it. Let me go with the thicker one. There we go. She's going to have one little hair there. Can y'all see? And one more little one right there. Okay. Let that dry for a second. Oh, no. Let's let it dry. Hi, Tracy. You don't want to do the giveaway? All right. So now let me go ahead and go over it with let me make sure it's dry. Got to make sure it's dry. And now I'm going to go over it lightly. Oh, lost the lead. I think this pencil might have to go into the pencil nub bucket. Let me go ahead and get a shadow on there. A few little hairs. All right, now let me go back over with the lighter color. Y'all be thinking of your number. U.S. and international. Don't put it in yet. Wait till I type in go. Between 1 and 100. First person closest without going over. I think she needs a little bit of this hair over here too. A little bit darker there. She needs one over here. I want those little hairs. And also, you can also do something like a little extra little loose, little wiry, little free, little baby hairs that are kind of floating around, off of her face. Or kind of going across the grain of her hair like this. Not too many, just a couple. Just a couple of loose little hairs. And then let that dry, and then I'll go back over it with the light teal. Gives her a natural look, I know. Hang on, let me... Again, I don't want those bright white. I want them just bright, but not white. So you have to go over every hair if you don't want them like standing out. Okay. All right. wait till I type in go. You're going to put one number in, US and international. Never too many tendrils. Never too many tendrils. All right, get ready. Get ready. Get your numbers ready. One number only between 1 and 100. First person closest to whatever random.org picks without going over. Okay, there we go. Let me back out again now. Oh, I froze. Am I frozen or are we just froze because of all the numbers? My screen froze. Are we still good? Oh, my screen is froze, but I see chat moving, which is what matters. Let me see if I can zoom in there. No, my chat, there it goes. There we go. All right. Thanks, Pacola. All right, let me get up my random.org. Everybody get your number in, one number only. Don't put in a number and take one out. Thank you, Dot. Thank you, Pacola. Okay, one number only. And I'll take a picture of her like this with some pencils and stuff and tag Mariola. And yeah. All right. Put your numbers in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't dilly, dally, dawdle, lollygag. Drag your feet. 3, 2, a 1. All right, here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. That was the last number from earlier. All right, here we go. New number. 83 again. 83 again. First person closest to 83 without going over. 83 without going over. Y'all play for this one. Let's see what we got. We got anybody in the 80s, late high 70s? Lena had 78. Oh my gosh, Lena, are you going to win again? Lena had 78. Barb had 78, but Lena had it first. It looks like Lena, it looks like you won again. You're as lucky as Dot. Okay, so Lena, it looks like you won her. I'm glad, Lena. I'm glad you won. She's going to Denmark. So Lena with 83. Yay, Lena. So I'll finish her up, post it on Instagram, and I will and see it that marker, people. This is what happens with the alcohol marker. So Lena, congratulations again. It's Lena's lucky day, Janet, right? Last week it was Dot's lucky day. I think she won once in 2 different weeks on mine, and she won on Janet's too. So Lena, congratulations. You will try. Oh, thanks, Lena. Oh, I'm glad. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed the napkin giveaway, this giveaway, the ideas we went through. If y'all missed the beginning of the show where we talked about using a famous artist for inspiration and how to tackle that, and anything else. And I did, these 2 are going, I'm not going to say who these are going to, but I do have 2 of my little nature scrolls are going out with the quote by Einstein on them. I showed it earlier. So I'll send these out. I'm going to try to get the post office tomorrow. So there we go. So don't forget Janet. Where's Janet? Let me click on Janet somewhere in here. Janet comes on at 1. Oh, where is she? I saw her. There she is. So Janet M. Young, she comes on at 1 in about an hour Eastern time, 1 Eastern. And she said she's going to do some watercoloring in the color book that Zandra sent her. Okay? So thanks, everybody. And hi, Sharon. Anybody else I missed? Did I say hi to you, Maseki? And all right, guys. Bye.